Welcome to Off Da Binge, your ultimate seasonal anime podcast. Each week, we deliver top recommendations, hot takes, and in-depth reviews of the latest episodes from this season's lineup. Join us as we give you your weekly dose of anime coverage. Once again, I want to say welcome to Off Da Binge. To all the new and returning listeners, I'm your host, Crash, aka the Hispanic Assassin, your veteran anime recommender, especially with rom-coms. And with me as always are my lovely co-hosts, starting with you, Vash.
Is your boy, the legendary human attack phone, Legend D Vash, but you can call me Vash, and I love long title as Seekers. And this week, Tusk has made his appearance. You gotta see in the background, or you see it in the conversation of Solo Leveling. Don't worry, we're gonna be talking about the rise. But we also have our newest co-host that she still likes us to keep returning.
Yes, sir.
Hey everyone, it's me, Neko. I watch everything and anything. I'm just a chill girl that is just here for every week just to talk about and ramble about all this new crazy anime. I sadly am not joining the hype with Solo, but I mean, there's other stuff I'm watching, so I'm
You could
excited
join.
to talk about those.
You
I
could
could
join the
I just
church
gotta-
of Solo Leveling. You could join the
I just
church of
gotta
Sung
catch
Jin Woo. Have you seen him gone to high school and how good he looks for the Pentateuch conference?
No, for sure, no, for sure.
You got sent for him.
Okay, Crash.
No,
I
no,
do.
I ain't no simp, but I'm here for the wifey,
No, you're right, you're
real
right.
reason why we're here, not the
Okay.
MC, no, the love interest. That's what we're here for.
Ew.
Then we gotta
Look, I'm
appeal
both,
for the
you know?
audience. Thank you. We gotta appeal for the others. Our
Yes,
boy
you're right.
Sungjin. You gotta sit for him. I get it.
I get it for sure. But speaking about that, about what we're watching, sadly I'm not binging a lot of stuff right. I mean, I'm binging the same stuff that I've been saying these last few weeks, so that's all I have. But what do you guys have that you guys are binging if you want to talk about it?
You know,
Uh,
Go Crash.
you
Go
want me-
first. Go first, because I know you're excited to talk about a few things that's animated related from what I see in our document. It seems like you have some grind some gears. You gotta go.
Disney, you and me got beef for once. It's not Anime Corner. It's not anybody else right now. It's Marvel, my guy. What if season 3? And I was trying to binge it this season, ladies and gentlemen, and season 3 is straight up dog shit. Dog water. I do not recommend it. It's so cringe. I don't know why Howard the Duck is sleeping with a girl, a human girl. I didn't ask for that. I didn't want to know about that. Then there's a floating egg. It's a whole thing. Bro, it's so stupid. Marvel, we got beef this season. I wasted so much time watching so much better anime, like Rent a Girlfriend all over again. But no, I gotta watch this trash. Shame on you. But no, other than that, I'm preparing to watch some other stuff for next week. Invincible season 3. I was so tempted to watch it yesterday, but then Vash was like, no, Crash, watch Solo Leveling. It got good, and I listened to him, and I'm like, oh, he did get good. So you know what? Putting it on a platter for next week. Gonna watch that, and I'm also gonna keep an eye out for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man because, again, as Vash mentioned, it's getting good.
Yeah, I haven't watched the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man yet. I know they're on episode 3, I believe. In the State of Invincible by the time next week hits, because there will be on episode 4. So I need to catch up on season 3 because I haven't seen it yet as well. But the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, a big shout out to Big E. He's also a pro wrestling superstar that got into voiceover, and he got to voice over one of the characters. I believe he
Wow.
is voicing Tombstone, I believe, from the picture that I got to see. Not too sure, but it's pretty interesting to see because I believe Tombstone, the character, is in high school with Peter. So I believe
Yes.
they're. I feel the pain if what I saw or I am assuming is right. It's like if they're putting this type of villains in high school with Peter, why y'all want to
Yes.
hurt Peter more? Like, why you trying to rip his friends from being the type of supervillains and blame Peter being that person? Like, that's hurtful for our boy Peter. He has gone through so many shit, through so many issues and iterations. Like, just seeing that, it hurts. I feel bad for Peter, honestly. It just seems like, damn,
No.
why you gotta make another friend hurt his heart, blame him because he became a villain? That hurts.
We're not gonna talk about the most villainous thing in that show, which is Norman Osborn with the waves. No one's still talking about that yet.
It's
Come
normal,
Yeah.
on,
bro.
yeah, it is normal.
At this
It
point, it's
always has
normal.
been normal. Yeah, that is it's still heat. I'm so glad Marvel. See, that's what Marvel. You know what? I'm mad at you for What If, but I'll overlook that with Norman Osborn's waves. That shit crispy as fuck.
He looks evil, man. He looks like clean and evil. I'm
Dastardly.
like, bruh. All right, okay, Osborn, I see you.
But
But
no, Vash. What else you been binging for this week?
when it comes to what I've been binging, man, so chat, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 things to bring up, and I'm gonna just give you a quick rapid fire about them and what it means. You know why? One is I'm gonna keep it short. I have a secret anime I'm watching with Men God Grimm. I'm a secret anime. The reason I call it a secret anime because I don't want it to be revealed yet until next week because I've only seen one episode and a half. So I'm gonna reveal on next week episode 17 on next week Monday when we do our how to flap. We will give you a quick rundown of what how to flip is before we get into our main coverage. But
Mhm.
the anime secrets because I want to actually see more because I tried this anime a couple years ago. I never got into it, and it's just something that it wasn't my alley yet. So you know what? I told myself, me and man got Graham were up late night when it was just me and him. I was like, hey, I want to watch an anime. And he's like, me too. So we were looking at the options. One of them was Danmachi, but we were both like, let's see
Son
if
of a
there's
bitch.
let's see if
Damn
there's
it.
other options. Danmachi was one of them, but I was like, damn, I don't know yet. But also, season 5 is about to finish, so I could just binge it after before the next season or next part comes
No,
out.
you get
So
on the hype
I'm like,
train.
I could wait, bro. I got season 3. No, I got finished season 2, season 3, season 4, and season 5. That's a lot to do right now. So I'm like, I'd rather do something where I'm not in a rush to do, and I could talk about it here. So there's a secret anime. I just want to give a quick reference to that. The second thing I want to give a reference on is that I'm finally finishing on HBO Max or Max my adventure with Superman. And it's such a
Yay!
wholesome
That's a
anime.
good one.
Such a wholesome. If you love Superman and the story of Smallville, and you love the animated cartoon, it's like a mix of both into one. And also,
Also, himbo Superman, you know.
and referencing
Yeah.
anime so much as the fucking intro, like that show, you could tell the animators love anime because there's so many freaking references of Sailor Moon or I believe Power Rangers as well with the way they transform with Superman. If you ever thought, can Superman get more stronger? Yes, he fucking can. He has a new power level in this anime. He has like a shield, and also like the relationship between Superman and Lois Lane is really beautiful, really impactful in this anime because it reminds me a lot of Smallville or the comics of that tells a good adaptation when it comes to their story of how they believe in each other, and no matter what they will go through hell and fire, and the relationship shows that like she's just a human, but he fell in love with the human that has a father that's in general in the government that wants to attack him and kill him, and he's an alien that wants to be a regular person that literally has the most goodest of heart of not doing nothing, but the government just wants to fuck him up. And then what sucks as well is in this anime we have Lex Luthor that reminds me so much of the fucking Smallville character of Lex Luthor. It's like, god damn, they literally hit the nail of the character. And instead of befriending Clark first, he befriended Jimmy Olsen, and with that it's just hurt more. So I'm one episode away finally of also finishing season 2. Really enjoyable. I'm watching it with wifey. I'm hoping season 3 got announced. I haven't done any research yet on it. Are you guys aware if there's been a season 3, or have you guys watched it by any chance?
Do you want to go
Season
first,
3's
Neko?
coming out, I think.
Oh,
It's in production, I believe. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, it hasn't
love
come
it.
out yet.
I'm here for it. I love cinema. That's just good. How about you, Crash? Have you
Uh,
watched it?
I will say, shout out to Jack Quayle, great actor who played in The Boys. I didn't really, I didn't know he was gonna be a Superman like voice actor, but I'm for it because he's doing a good job, and I really love the relationship that they have between them, him and Lois Lane. Like that is the best Lois Lane love arc or just love relationship I've ever seen in any of like the comics, any of the movies, like anything. Like it's just straight love. I fucks with it so much. I am behind. I only got up to 3 episodes. I know because the next episode 4 is when it gets really serious with the whole like I think it was a producer or whatever. They're trying to get a scoop or something, and that's where like confession or like feelings were like announced or whatever. So I'm like right there. I kind of missed that off, but I would try to do my best to catch up because season 3 of What If is just making me waste so much time. Could be watching season 1 of my Adventure Superman, but no, Marvel, no, you're taking more of my sweet time. So much time.
I do recommend it to finish it. It's really good. I don't want to spoil the big bad, but I know it's been obvious. Brainiac is a big bad season 2, and fuck him as always. That is always
his cousin is in season 2, no?
Yes, Kara. But I
Yeah.
can't review too much on the story, and that will spoil thoughts and storylines of season 2. But Kara was really good introduced. I like if you have seen the movie of Superman involving a girl, Supergirl, and Darkseid, I believe, or I believe Brainiac in that movie, it's kind of the same concept in season 2. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you read or know the story when it comes to that, it's the same concept. And fuck Brainiac. That's all I'm gonna say. The next one is me and Neko. We started the daily life of the Mortal King. The last episode, chat. The last episode we saw was January 31st, episode 7. And I need my drug. I need more. I need more on my Mortal King because it's enjoyable to rewatch them. They're short, like a good 15 minutes at times. They're gonna get longer, of course, when the season goes on. But it's just enjoyable to see it. And I need my drug. That's all.
It's too cool. The opening is still in my head every day, so we will get back to it. Okay,
I can't wait to hear the season 2 opening. So far, that's my favorite. That season 2, the clockwork and the hand of the demon hand on the on. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That's just,
you got.
Just fire. Me and wifey.
Man.
Me and wifey are still watching 2 shows. Is my Dress Up Darling. We're on episode 5, but I need to rewatch episode 4 because I do not remember shit because I think I fell asleep, or maybe I didn't fall asleep and I just don't remember because it was late night, like 2, 3 in the morning. So I was like, I do not remember, but it's still good. I'm happy wifey is into it because it's etchy as hell, and I thought she'd be turned off by it, but she's actually okay with it. So great for me. Last thing is One Piece. We finally started One Piece within the month February, and you know why it's so great about that is because One Piece is greatness, it's gold. Can't wait to get into the manga, cause for those manga readers, I know what the fuck we're on the page. I've seen the page of the fucking world script that keeps getting me pissed off. That I've seen it more time than I've seen any spoiler of One Piece in the fucking goddamn 5, 4, 3 years. I don't know how much I've been behind on, but we're finally about to finish Whole Cake Island. I finally saw Sulong animated. I've never seen it animated. I've read the concept of carrot. For anybody that knows what that is, Neko, I know you're a big, a big furry fan. Have you seen Sulong from One Piece Carrot? By any chance, at least animated or?
Yes, I have, of course, seen Carrot, and I at first.
Who's Carrot?
Look, you don't even look. You would want to know, but you right now you're gatekeep, so you don't know. So
I'm like episode 10 still into One Piece.
Yeah, no.
I will eventually get there, but
Carrot is a rabbit. That's all I'm gonna say. She's part of a tribe.
Sole Arfuera with Shea. Or no, we're nothing like that.
More different.
Nothing like that.
Way more different.
Nothing like that. Yeah. And also, she's stronger too, I believe. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So I guess you're at the part. I don't know. I forget what part, but I haven't caught up with One Piece, so I can't talk. But anyway, she is adorable, and I thought I wouldn't like her, but she's actually very adorable. She's so sweet.
Yeah, I agree on that. She is sweet as hell, and I was happy that I saw Sulong. My girl love it. She said she's gorgeous. I love the red eyes. I'm like, you know those red eyes are like demon eyes, like red eyes because of the moon. She's like, yeah, that's sexy. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, yeah. I got nothing to say towards that comment. Like, hey, red demon eyes, sure. It's like a boy Tusk, bro, it's crazy.
We some people are here for it. Some people are here.
Some people are here for it. Other than that, we're good. I literally gave what I've been binging. I've been on top of my anime. Can't wait to talk about my secret anime next week because I know it's gonna surprise, most importantly, Crash, because he's a big fan of this anime, and I haven't revealed it to him behind the scenes or on air right now, so I'm just keep it like that. And with Neko, you said that you don't want to talk about anything binging, right? I just want to clarify on that.
Yeah, since I've already been speaking, I'm just binging the same stuff, really, that I've mentioned prior weeks.
Okay, so for that being the case, that Neko said that we already been talking about it, the Daily of the Mortal King, more Dragon Ball, like she mentioned before. So let's get into our anime spotlight. Because, Chad, we've been changing a couple things within our format, our discussion, our show. So you're about to see a new wave of flow of conversation. But if you guys are new here and are if you're trying to listen as well, be advised, audience and listeners, we review seasonal anime coverage from Sunday of this past week of February 2nd prior to Saturday, February 8th. So this is the time that we've been reviewing the animes from then to now. So any episode that has come out, we'll be talking about spoilers, not fully in depth in case anybody have not seen it, but we'll be talking more of the general, little minor spoilers. So time codes will always be in the description. And what we'll be talking about is the first thing is animes of the anime spotlight is the rom-com. And we're talking about anything that came out as a rom-com because not always some series that need to be talked about that we came up with. So I'm going to pass it to you, Neko. What episode do you want to talk about first out of the rom-com segment?
Well, my episode of the week is I have a crush at work, so I think this is the perfect time to bring that up now, since
go.
it is my favorite episode of the week.
You and me are
and-
not gonna like each other's opinions on this, but I want to hear yours first for sure.
Oh my gosh, crash! But no, this week's episode was so adorable. Just having their first time actually being chill, right? But usually we've been seeing them at work and like them trying to keep a secret. But this time they can actually let loose, right? They're going on their first trip together. They're going to Samanishi, where his hometown is. So that's awesome. So they got to enjoy hot springs and like little sunflowers together. And it was adorable to see that, because they didn't have to really be tied up about hiding it. They could be themselves and like really like smother each other and like lovey-dovey. And I like that. I think that was a nice break after all these episodes where we've seen them kind of like having to hide it. And also, of course, they got a little spicy in that trip. You can't help it when you're on the trip together. You can't help it. And it was actually very adorable seeing them. Like they couldn't let go of each other. It was so cute. Like you love seeing that, just some pure love and just yearning for each other and just having a good time together, And they have goals now that they want to make for next year to come back to have this trip again. So that was cute. I think it just really showcased like how deeper they're like getting closer, because he even gave us like a little backstory on like how basically how our boy fell in love with her finally, like his POV is when they had like a drinking party at their company, and then there was only those two and they had to clean up, and then they were seeing the moon together while drinking, and he was like, they were having a conversation, and in that moment he kind of like was like feeling things for her. He was like, oh, she's actually so cool and so cute. It was so sweet. I like seeing all that.
I would say when it comes to the moon being represented in storytelling is very beautiful. How it's
so
involved
beautiful.
in a lot of anime references, like in folklore. So I love how it's involved in that aspect. And when it comes to the annual aspect of them, discussing like, hey, let's come here every year as a tradition. Let's treat ourselves, of the accomplishment we've done. I'm glad they did that, and I understand that because as myself in a couple now for 7 years, knowing that me and my partner have gone to the places, like one of my favorite places in New York City to eat is Max Burner. I love chocolate, and I'm a big fan of chocolate and how it's infused in other type of food. They have a martini that's of chocolate. They have also whiskey that's mixed with chocolate. They have a couple of food desserts, and their mac and cheese plate is very good. It has a bacon and everything, but very good. But that's one of my places to go to. And one of our traditions is every year on our anniversary, we'll find a week during that time to go to Max Burner. It doesn't always have to be our anniversary dinner. If it is, great. But that's my tradition because I love Max Burner, and that's one of our first dates when we first started dating. So it was something that I understand how they said it. Like, it was so special that they both agree on, like, hey, let's go have this annually every year. And I find it beautiful as well. Crash, I have a question. Why do you feel salty about this?
Right, bruh. It's so
I need
beautiful.
to know.
It's so
Like,
sweet.
you don't like to be happy? Because just say, like, hey, I'm not saying this anime was bad, but hey, on my ranking that I watched like 25 animes, is my number 12. It was still good. I'm at half point. And to me, that's good. But for you said that you lowered. Why did you lower it? I'm curious.
Look. I like I said before in the podcast, I do not mind being the villain of the story, and I do not mind anybody disagreeing with me on this. This is just my own take, and I'm happy with it. Right? I had told everyone the episode prior, right, that if this doesn't get spicier than what we seen last episode, which was straight spicy, I was so happy. I said, "Fuck yes, I need this kind of anime." Doesn't get more ecchi than this. I was gonna be very disappointed. And what had happened, it did not.
Bro
give me the
just wants
spiciness
to
that I
watch
wanted.
hentai. What's
No,
going
no,
on?
no,
here?
no. All right,
Sir,
hear me out.
look,
Let me cook.
sir.
Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook.
I don't want you to cook because I hear you said during our reaction that we're watching, you said, yo, this show is good. But then when the girls say, yeah, let's pause here real quick because we had 3 rounds of morning sex yesterday where the food got brought up to us and they asked, hey, are you guys done yet? We want to give you y'all food. They have to pause. And then the next morning, hey, they fucking instead of, from our, reading between the lines of animated telling us a story, we assume they fucked 2 times. They fucked 2 times. And then they say, hey, let's do something different this morning. It's our last day. That's normal. Hey, y'all don't have to fuck every day. They did, instead of doing 3 times or 3 and 5, they did 3 and 2. Still, this vacation, they fucked 5 times in the hotel to me.
You know what Crash said, chat people? He said, man, they should have kept having sex. He really just wants to watch it.
And our response was, bro, if that's the case, go to any of the sites that you can or go to twitter.com where it's free.
Hey, by the way, just to let you guys know, Overflow Season 2 is coming out Valentine's Day on Friday. So, hey, definitely check that out. Best believe the review's going to be out whenever the website releases. But no, bro, I get it. Y'all fornicating in the background. I do not want to know y'all fornicating in the background. If I want to know that, I would have watched any other anime rom-com and just fucking passed about that. I'm happy for the relationship.
Hey, you know what, Crash?
What?
When Overflow comes out, I want you to do a spotlight on this podcast. I want to hear it.
I am next week. Oh, I don't know. Bash right now. Oh, 110%. Best believe we're gonna go in the nitty gritty of it for sure. It's gonna be the same animation. It's gonna be the same spiciness. Does it hold to the iconic scenes that we all know for sure as before back in the day? Stay tuned.
My question is overall about your sour taste of them not fucking too much. Did you overall enjoy the episode as well?
I hate to admit it, but Gremlin was right. I am kind of rooting for, the side characters, the manager and the other guy. I'm low-key rooting for them. I'm like, fuck. I hope something spicy happens with them now where it's like, oh, you know what? I love her and I need him. And it gets to something very interesting. He has said something may happen. Who knows? All I know is the show is very relatable. I relate to that as well with my relationship personally. And I was half-assed with the fornication scenes. I can we get that back, please, in any episode in the future, and I'll maintain my score. Otherwise, might go a little lower going forward. So yeah,
bro. The only way you're gonna get more from any of the sex scenes is if you start watching a different show, like that one show that came out 2 years ago, where they had the big old window text boxes censoring it.
I swear to God, that you're gonna say redo a healer and then say
no,
bro,
it was like I'm gonna create a dungeon or whatever. It was like it was so bad. It was the worst. He ends up buying this dog girl.
I know we're talking about that isekai. Yes. Oh, bro, that was amazing. 8 out of 10 again.
It was horrible, bro.
What are you talking about? But we could talk about this for Valentine's Day.
Hey, I read the manga. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm with you, but it's horrible.
No, straight trash. The ending, like she finally get the whole harem in a labyrinth, another world.
Yeah, harem in a labyrinth. Thank you, Craig.
8 out of 10. Buenísimo. No.
Never heard of this anime, but
don't watch it, Schmid.
No. But let's talk about an anime that's actually good, and let's talk about Blue Box. Yeah.
I didn't like it this episode. For once, wasn't on like it was on my bottom 5. Honestly. Did not care for it. My boy Taiki was in the air, throwing all the hands, all the smoke. I'm so glad he won. He was bringing up. He was like, I don't know, Vash. I don't know if you guys know the concept of handball, the game, but like I felt that way. Like when you're not in your groove, and then all of a sudden you start feeling yourself, start listening to like really good music in the in your headphones, and you start hitting the ball, hitting the serve right back, and I'm like, damn, my boy cooking right now. My boy actually getting into the volley, and he actually wins, and I was so happy. Ina was acting all like shy and tsundere when I walked away, didn't even say congratulations. She just walked out like, oh my boy, he I'm very, very blushy, all shy. But she needs to even do anything either. She just punched him, after giving him the water, like, oh, you're so funny, I was like, that's all my boy gets, not even a hug or maybe a kiss on the cheek. Like I was fire. That's all I got. Like damn, I beat him and that's it. Like I got a Bible now.
So chat,
like,
you should know Crash has high expectations when it comes to love romance. Cause
I'm coping.
Because in this episode, to me, it was great. It was solid 9 out of 10. But probably because I'm an athlete and I understood a lot of where our boy Taiki finally beating Yusa, and it was a well-deserved win. But also, I understand the rhythm of you losing, but then the more you run, the more you're out of breath, the faster you get, the more motivated, the more determined. And while you're there on the court, you're also thinking and question life of your decisions while you're pulling in. And then you finally start doing the movesets. You start winning, and to actually beat the guy that beat you last time in the tag team. But then the guy that's your senpai, he lost to Yusa. That fucking hurts in the ass. Like, that shit stinks. Like, that shit got me tight, but I understand. Because now, his senpai, I believe, Haru, I believe his name, he must be feeling in question like, damn, is Taiki better than me now? Because he beat him, and I couldn't beat Yusa? Like, that's something that I get and understand where the story in their sport is coming from. And understand, because it's not the same as handball or tennis, but the same concept. Like, they're very similar in that aspect. So I could understand, because I play all 3 sports. I was always horrible at badminton, or probably because I never understood the same sport to myself. But when it comes to handball, I truly understand Taiki, and I feel bad for Haru. And when it comes to Chinatsu, it was the right action for her character, because even the friend that she was on top with on the court watching Taiki play, it was beautiful as well, seeing both girls that likes him on the opposite sides with Hina and plus Shinatsu, very beautiful and impactful in that. But to actually see Shinatsu open up to her friend, say, hey, he's the guy actually be living together, and her friend act like, are you okay? Because, you're living with a male, they could come and, jump on you and all these things. It was normal conversation. And also, Chinatsu has been told to us, the audience, that she's not a person that confronts her emotions or knows how to confront them or express them. So she's doing it the best, an awkward way of giving the water, doing the little small flirtation. And I love the little type of chibi forms of the characters. Is really funny. I wonder if that was in the manga or this is an anime only. But overall, I really enjoy this. How about you, Neko? Have you been watching Blue Box? Have you been?
Please tell me you've been watching Blue Box.
I haven't caught up.
Fuck me.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Did you read this though? Because I'm sure that you was the man got Graham, or was it just him only that just binge read?
I've only read like a few chapters. He went way past where I've read, and the anime's already gone past what I've read. So
What's stopping you?
I gotta catch up on stuff. I keep
Yo.
So before we continue the daily life of the Mortal King, I think we should continue Blue Box then.
No, we gotta continue daily life. But I got Blue Box this week. I swear. I got you guys. I got
I'm
you.
holding. No. I'll hold on. I'll hold you to that. We can do a
this week
bet.
I got you.
All right. I got you.
All right. But
No leveling in that this week.
One anime that I do know that Neko's watching and she's enjoying probably more than us is Honey Lemon Soda. So I want to get and ask you, Neko, have you been enjoying Honey Lemon Soda adaptation? Because episode 5 was not saying better for me, but it's actually good. I enjoy what we saw to the characters of Honey Lemon Soda. Did you enjoy our boy Kai, Uka, and his ex-girlfriend popping up, borrowing the sweater? Have you ever borrowed a sweater from somebody else?
Yeah, I have. I can't even lie. I have. But honestly, I can't. I've been actually rereading it now that the anime's been airing.
Okay.
And I'm side by side just to see like how things are going. Overall, it's doing really well. I do love how the anime is just so beautifully done. So it's like the scenes with like Uka and like Kai are so adorable, with like him still like be like he's being sweet to her, but also being hard as usual. And he's like being more expressive on what he likes with her, right? Like with the hair, the ponytail. He was like, oh, I like the ponytail. So friend, keep doing this more. So it's pretty sweet. Like it there's more things to come in the future where it kind of like expands on many things. So it's just. Yeah.
Did anyone else hear those crickets?
Yes.
No, must have been the wind.
That's crazy. Anyway, so next anime, guys?
Whoa. No, hold on.
Man, got Graham.
Talk about
Hold the fuck on.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Look. When it comes to this episode, Episode 15, I give it episode 15, episode
15,
5,
whoa,
episode
fuck.
5, but in my
Let's go back in
ranking,
the future.
in my ranking is 15. I give it a 7.5. This episode was enjoyable. The one thing I don't understand, Uka, why do you want to become friends with the guy's ex? Since when is that?
Hold on. Let me cook on that. Let me. I can
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
Let me cook on that.
If you don't cook on that, at least let me, explain why do you want to be friends with your ex? That's like, understand if you want to get to know him through her, a bit of backstory, understand why, so you could be prepared to find out anything. But like, you chose to be friends and help her out. It was beautiful how it happened. But Uka, it doesn't always work like that with every girl. So know that if it happens again with any other girl, it doesn't work. And luckily, our girl Serena is actually nice. She's genuine, and she actually kind of respects that you're the next girl that Kai is being with, and you know where he sleeps and all that. Which was like now questioning, like, why did they break up now? Since she actually looks like a good-hearted person, was it Kai the one that broke up because of his own stuff? We're bound to find out. But now, Crash, start cooking.
No, wait.
Oh.
Before Crash starts cooking,
Yes,
hear me
Micah.
out. This is my theory, and this is another reason this show keeps dropping on my list. It kind of feels like our yellow-haired boy, who I don't even know his name.
Kai.
I'm gonna be honest.
Ken. Kai, excuse me.
Kai. We're going with Kai. Okay. It kind of feels like Kai is dating these women, these girls that have confidence issues to give them confidence and build them up, and then dumping them and leaving them because, hey, they have their own friend group now, so maybe they'll be fine without me, like he said to his current love interest for some
Target,
reason.
bro. That's crazy.
It's almost like he has a thing for the shy, quiet girls, but he goes too far and gives them confidence and then goes, honestly, you're not attractive to me anymore.
Fuck, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're not half wrong on that.
You're not half wrong. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Right? Like Serena
This man is actually cooking with something right now. I actually agree with that. I can see that for sure.
It's like Serena, the way Serena like understood our main character, and the way she stood up for her, it really does feel like she was also pretty like self-deprecating or didn't have a lot of self-confidence, and then she was built up. I think maybe the reason Kai actually left her, and this is me not being a dick, but like before, I mean, I do kind of think that what I said is like kind of accurate, but I think there's a reason he stopped dating her, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, not just being a dick. I think it's because of her friends. I don't think he likes her friends. And I think he's like boycotting her friends. Like it feels like an extreme version of boycotting her friends. But unfortunately, Serena is stuck to her friends for some reason. And she, like she said, she doesn't want to hate them. But I mean, she probably should. They're kind of horrible people.
Agreed.
And I think that's what Kai is like. I think that's the reason they're not dating. I think Kai has basically said, I don't like your friends. Your friends are a piece of shits. And I'm not going to go out with you. I understand why you're dating them. They give you your confidence and whatnot, but they are shitty people, and you are becoming a shitty person because you are with them. And I think that's why he actually broke up with her. But it does look mighty suspicious that this character that we just met, who's better than the main character for the record, but this character that we just met seemingly has very similar like confidence issues, and the way it feels like she kind of has a kinship with our main character. It's just a little bit suspicious. And like I said, if I'm being completely honest and not being a dick and actually looking at the show logically, I think it's because of her friends that they're no longer dating. But I mean, if we want to go the toxic romance way, he just like shy girls, and she's no longer a shy girl, so he's like, bitch, you gotta go. So I don't know. Go ahead, Crash, cook.
All right, so what I will say real quick is there's two rom-coms this specific week I want to shout out more than anything. Honey Lemon Soda was one of them because I want to give a big shout out to the voice actress who did voice Serena, Ri Takaishi. She's one of my top all favorites. I did talk about her in previous episodes. She did a phenomenal job portraying Kai's ex, as Serena. The way that she went about portraying her personality to the world, to us, because the main thing we thought last episode was, okay, she may be either a bitch, she may be not what she seems, or she's complete opposite of Yuka. So when I saw, the way that she acted, throwing the drink at her friends and then, getting a little bullied or whatever, and then, Uka being a Chad, being a team player, taking that slap to the face, I was like, I know my girl would never do that for any of my exes. Fuck out of here. Why would you do that for one of his?
Why?
But
Why? No.
Exactly. Look. In retrospect, if we're talking in a personality aspect of Uka.
Wait, this is Ray Takahashi?
Yes, bro. Cooking, straight cooking. If you hear the voicing, just
Amelia is voicing like 6 people this season. What the hell?
Girl is going hard this season. Was going hard last season. It's gonna go hard next season with Rent a Girl. Bro, you're not ready for her. She's an amazing voice actress. If you guys don't know her work, she does amazing voice actressing for a lot of animes, a lot of mainstream ones. If you don't know, look her up on Google. But
it's Amelia for anyone who needs to get the lowdown. It's Amelia. It's
Sumi from Rent a Girlfriend. She does a phenomenal job.
No, not Sumi from. It's from. There's also she's bro. I can't talk.
He's awesome.
Yeah, she does a lot. Yeah, she does a lot.
There's a chick from 100 Girlfriends.
Oh yeah, the new girl. Yeah. For this season. But
and the guild receptionist, by the way. Shout out.
Yes, she does do that too. She does a lot of cursing, which I didn't expect. That was the whole thing I was going to talk about. But Yuka's personality in this, right, is what everyone needs to remember is that she is still somebody who's trying to learn to make friends. She is coming from a path where she's been bullied and hurt. So even though she knows that Serena's competition, that is the ex, she has no ill will towards that person. Some people are like that. They just generally like, hey, like, maybe you might still have feelings for Kai, or Kai might still have feelings for her. I don't know. But like realistically, between me and you, I have no ill will towards you. I just want to get to know you better and see where we can come up, even be friends. Some girls, some guys are like that. I see the relatability because this is coming from a high school perspective. We're not talking like adults, like I have a crush at work. We're not talking like as if like this is something that's happened or it's going to happen in the future. This is something starting off, something blossoming in a different perspective. It's not for everyone. Some people might understand that. I know Vash, you giving that look, that face, like, really, bro? Really, you're going to try to convince me that this is peak romance? No. I like the perspective they're going with it. I'm very curious with Gremlin's theory too. Serena may have feelings for Kai. We might see the reason why they broke up. I'm assuming my original theory was I'm assuming that they were dating and Kai actually stumbled on or saw Uka from the background and he fell in love with her and that's why they split. But now Gremlin's theory actually might make more sense. It can go both ways. Who knows? Like the only way to find out is really watch the anime. There's still a lot to see. And
I think the first time we
figure out.
saw Kai and Uka interact was in the street. In the street.
From what we know, that could have been
streets in middle school, for the record.
The street for calling out this girl's name, and the first person that came up was Kai. So best believe, who knows?
Well, depends where the story goes for our girl Uka, but I'm ready to talk about something that I told Crash on the last episode. The chat, I was gonna get cut up. I was gonna be watching this, and you know why?
Yes, sir.
Because chat, this is my number 9 in my top 10 ranking. I finally saw episode 14, 15, 16, 17, all back to back this past Tuesday on time. Like I told him, I'll be cut up. And look, the time loop happened. Asahi needed to balance her inner heart. Choose what she wanted the whole time. You heard it here. Don't listen to men. Have them decide for you. Do you? And now Ura needs to figure out who's going to end up with, or any He plays the goodbye walk, tricked them with theatrics, dramatic effect, plus no opening or ending for episode 17. I knew it once it started. It was about to be life lessons being shown and accepting your future. That's what I wrote as my quick synopsis thoughts about the past 4 episodes. Really beautiful animation, I would say. Really enjoyable in the story. Asahi, like the guy spoke in the past couple episodes of Crash and also Memory about this topic. They did kiss. It was actually better than I expected. It was executed because it wasn't.
I see.
It wasn't something that how he wanted. It was something that now he's meant to think about because she said, "Hey, I'm gonna put my foot in the race." So now we got our girl, the oldest girl, the youngest. They're putting their foot in the race.
Yae Amashi.
Putting their foot in the race of where and who they could be dating with by the end. But now the question is the middle child. Is she going to put her foot in the race? Is she going to actually get him and like, hey, I'm starting to fall in love with you? Because we've seen hints that she has some crush feelings or maybe she thinks of him being cute. But time will tell. But Crash, I finally caught up. Are you proud?
First off, all right, there's one anime. I'm still waiting on, Alia. Sometimes I have to feel in Russia. I'm still waiting on High School Dead. Just one, my boy. You still got more. Second off, Neku, you're not excused from that too. Don't be like this. It's always Bash's fault, anyways. But I'm holding on you too, Neko, for that other anime. You better catch up. Like, oh, you guys need to catch up. I can catch up. You guys can catch up too. But if I'm gonna be very real with this one, if Danmachi didn't release this week, this would have been my favorite episode of the week. I swear to God, this was just straight like left field. I did not expect pretty much him to get kicked out of the house. This was an episode that we need to see where do we stand right now? Are you gonna take over the shrine? Are you gonna become a doctor? Like this guy's been running, Uru has been running away from his feelings, like from his reality all this time, and now we're getting to the point, especially now that we're only got a couple episodes left in this show. That like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be part of the shrine? Like, what's up, my boy? Because you got these 3 girls who are willing to marry you to keep the shrine, rolling. Or bye, like you helped us out. We know how to take care of ourselves. Like you live your dream, live your stuff. The graveyard scene where they were like kind of like behind the tree, listening to everything, kind of broke my heart. I was like, fuck, damn. Like I felt for them. Like if I heard that shit from somebody I cared for and loved.
How does 3 girls fit behind one tree? Like how
it was a big tree. It was a big tree. Hold on, it was a big tree, and there was bushes right around there. It was stealth was increased to 69 for sure.
Bro, he has no hockey. He has no type of presence awareness because 3 girls hiding behind a big tree, and I'm like, bro, I'm questioning like.
And let me say, can we please address the elephant in the room because no one's really talking about this, and I personally want to talk about this. The childhood friend is doing better in school, and she's now getting ahead of herself. Shira, she's like, oh, I'm doing better in school. Once I get to like A+, I might, potentially confess, or I might go out with you. Like, it's implied that, and I'm just kind of like, is no one rooting for this girl too? Like, I would want her to be part of the harem as well. Maybe she joins the shrine. Maybe she becomes a doctor, and this guy Uru can also take over the shrine. Like, we're not seeing the bigger picture here. Like, like we potentially like things like everyone can win in this situation. He gets all the girls, the shrine saved, someone still becomes a doctor, but no one's still speaking on that. There's still only the 3 musketeers in this race. I'm like, no, don't forget about the underdog number 4. This white-haired girl.
I'll say it's hard to say about that. Not saying that I agree or disagree. It's hard to say because right now the story has only shows in the foreshadowedness of there's only 3 girls that he's with. We have seen his future, so we know that maybe he ends up with her, but then they break up or something. So we don't know if the future will be changing because no future is yet determined until it happens. So we don't know yet. So I'm really am happy with this episode 17 because, like you said, they needed this as a standoff. Like, where are we heading in life? Because, like they say, they are the 3 shrine maidens, and this shrine needs to continue. We need somebody to invest in this shrine and somebody to be in the next heir. And that's something obvious. And I like how they say, hey, look, we love you, we appreciate you, but you're holding us back and we're holding you back to go for your dream as a doctor and us to get a boyfriend, a husband to take this hair, and we need it. And that's important. So I love how they show, like, look, this happened. And I love how the visualization happened at the red gate, or like, I forgot what's the word for that, but the red gate. I love how the camera.
The shrine opening or whatever. Yeah.
Like, I love how the camera. The what?
Tori.
Yeah, the Tory. I love
Thank
how
you.
they just show the camera shot of him still being there, and then them on the other side and just being cut off. So like a beautiful type of visualization of showing what he's choosing. Is he gonna leave this behind, or is he gonna continue forward? But then after we're gonna get into like another type of supernatural because he was by the red gate of the red Tory. So I thought he would have gone into like another supernatural type of phenomenon. Like, oh shit, are we about to twist reality? Is he gonna see two types of his future if he chooses one or chooses both? So I wonder if we were gonna get that, but sadly disappointing, we didn't.
Oh yeah. I mean, from here on out, it's anyone's game was gonna happen. I forgot what the preview was. I think it's like, I don't know, there's another filler episode. Not filler, but there's another whatever episode. But from here on out, I don't know what could happen. Anything is possible. We could get to something very serious. I mean, I would hope so, but it's anyone's game. Right now, there's 6 episodes left. I'm very excited to see what they're gonna put down. Yeah. Neko, have you been watching this?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna tell you to watch it, Neko. You're already 17 episodes behind. If it hasn't caught your interest, you don't need to binge it. It's a cute love story. It's slow in some burns, but it's more. I think this series is more of a bingeable series, honestly.
A college girl.
The weekly aspect really falls off, but as a binge, to me, is really good as a binge. So I highly recommend it, Neko, if you haven't watched. But Neko, but I know one anime you are watching is I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in My Class. How you enjoying this one?
I didn't watch the latest episode, so I do love how we're getting more of them kind of like opening up to each other. It's so cute. She's expressing herself more while also still being a tsundere. And then like, of course with the friend, she's being more forward. So
Super forward.
everyone's being forward. So it's just cute. It's just a fun time, and I love the art so much, like their designs and so much. It's just adorable.
We want to talk about the this week's episode. Well, what happens when your friend doesn't know that you're living with the object of her desire?
A lot
We talked
of
about
And
that
awkwardness.
last
asks to
episode.
come over and study.
A study
We
group
talked
session
about this last
happens.
episode.
A study group session, apparently. Yeah, it was great.
I just find it funny.
I don't want to talk
remarks.
too much on it because Neko hasn't seen it yet. But yeah,
Yeah, I've already seen clips.
study session happens, antics happen, crashes in the dark. He has no idea what's going on. Oh wait, not in the dark anymore. Okay, fair enough. Now he knows. That's crazy.
The light has appeared.
The light has appeared.
Yeah.
No,
They're
but
like-
the
I wa-
light has appeared.
I will say, when it comes to Himari, imagine you're in school giving 2 lunches from the girl that's your wife that's being fed to you, but then you get from the girl that likes you and told you like, hey, just saying I said no to the date, we're good when I'm not gonna go. I'm like, yeah, but that never said I'm not gonna give up to you. It's like, yeah, but I cannot tell you I got a wife and she's literally bringing my lunch every day. And she wants me to eat both now. Like, that's a lot. That's stressful. But also, my boy, enjoy the free food. Why are you complaining? Just say thank
It's
you.
raw meat. Raw meat. You gonna say no to her raw meat, my guy?
Huh?
Come on now. Come on now.
Wait. Raw meat is a delicacy. Okay,
Yeah, it's a delicacy.
it has to be prepared properly.
Facts.
But raw meat is a delicacy. What is it called? It doesn't matter. It is an actual dish. It's a high class dish, in fact, and
Very
apparently
fancy.
it was delicious.
Yes, it was.
Supuestamente.
He's got best girl who he's married to,
Mhm.
and then best girl's best friend. Honestly, bro,
Facts.
you know what? I'm gonna go with Crash's thing here. Why don't y'all just have a threesome?
Just become a harem. That's it. Just become a harem. Become united.
Listen.
No, not a harem. We don't need any more. Okay, we don't need no.
No,
little
this,
sisters in
no.
there.
This is harem. No, this is. I don't
No,
want the
stop.
like,
Shinsei is very clearly the little sister type. and she does not love her big brother like
Oh,
that.
I'm speaking on that. Don't.
No,
I was
she
gonna
said
bring this
she
up
will
later.
go. She said she would go through thick and thin with him. She did not say she wants to climb on his penis. There's a difference, all right?
Not yet. Anything is possible. It's still way too
Brother.
early in this
Well,
anime.
harem for
He's-
Akane and Himari and Saito. Those three. That's my harem right there. There is a poly relationship. Them two can have one.
Hey,
For
Anyway.
sure, for sure. Can
Anyway,
we
we
just
don't
address
want to
real
talk
quick?
about Medaka Kuru.
Oh, wait, whoa, no. I'm speaking of it.
No. You're not allowed to talk about this trash, okay?
Nah, I'm definitely.
It is
That was the other
dog
anime.
water. It is the
Lit-
worst thing on the rom-com list. Let's go to drama, all right?
No,
That
hold on.
sounds more fun.
What I'll say
Alright.
real quick for this I'm getting married thing. She say when she was like wiggling around like a worm, that was the funniest shit. I swear to God, I gave it a 9 out of 10 just for that alone for the episode. That was like top 3 or 4 for me personally. That shit had me weak. There was no reason why she had to do that, and she stopped. She's like, "We're going to her house, food, bet, easy." I'm like, love that. And I hope this guy buys the ring next episode, because the next episode is called The Ring, and I was like, this guy's about to spend mad bread at Tiffany & Co. for a ring that this girl may or may not want. Oh my
The
God.
grandfather got money. He said like, "Yo, son, I got you."
But does our guy really want to go to his grandpa? His grandpa's been
Facts.
annoying him recently.
Hey Siri, play Flexing by Pop Smoke, because my boy about to pull out the ring, and this guy's about to be flexing to this girl that may or may not like him, and I can't wait to see
let's
the
be real
reaction.
here. I'm pretty sure everybody we're all veteran anime viewers. The next episode's called The Ring. He's gonna get her the ring, right? It's just how he's gonna get her the ring.
The grandmother was even happy. They had breakfast or
You
dinner or
know,
lunch.
Commando.
The grandma was ready to say like, "Yo, if you're ready to strap it up, you guys are married already. Y'all guys share the same bed."
She was ready to start recommending condom brands, bro.
Can I
Like,
say
she was
too?
out there.
Grandma's such a Chad. She had every piece of lingerie you could imagine. I'm just like, peak grandma right there. I know my grandma would never do some shit like that to my wife, but I'm just saying that's a Chad grandma right
But
there. For
hell yeah, she
recommending the
supports.
fire.
She
Yeah.
literally put them up. She said, "Word, yeah, up to the stage already. Yeah, ready to do things. I'm happy for ya. Yeah, day." She said, "I could die peacefully." This grandma
Yes,
said
sir.
that I'm so happy that I could die. That you are gonna make babies with the same bloodline as my grandfather husband here.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think my grandma dead ass would. That's the worst part.
That's wild.
I think my grandma would be right there, be like, "Yo, let's get down to brass tacks." Anyway, we're skipping Medaka.
Have you guys watched the anime? Let's just start off with that.
I've been watching it. It's
Oh,
ass.
you are
What
wrong.
about Neko? What about Vash?
You
They
thank you.
don't care. Look. Do we agree that it's bad?
No.
No, the recent
No.
episode, no.
No, it's an
that's-
8.5. This episode was solid. You are wrong, man.
Yeah.
God,
Is
because
it
this
the one that
episode.
introduced a better character? Is that the?
Yes.
Oh,
so let
you
me
know
just say.
what? It was the one who had the good character finally.
And let
The
me just say,
basketball girl. Yeah.
let me just shout her out. Let me just shout her out. So shout out to Memory that could not be with us, unfortunately. You know, he's a guest. But shout out to him because he was saying over and over again, guys,
Let it
it's gonna
cook.
become better. Let it cook. And I was listening to him. I swear to God, the episode starts right with like the regular opening, and then it's like O'Hare pops up. Oh, it's raining. Now I have to comb, and I'm like, I was screaming, yes, we're not getting that trash ash intro where she's not jumping over the. I was like, yes. I was like, bet. Okay, so
Yeah.
there. I'm not gonna go into the whole synopsis of what happened, but they run into each other, Momo and Medica, and they go to school together, and then they watching this basketball game to dry up, and then we're introduced to Aishaishi, whatever.
Just call her best girl.
Yeah,
we get
first off,
introduced to best girl.
the other girl that I was talking about, the voice actress, this is the second one I'm talking about. Shout out to her, Shora Miri. I'm butchering the names. I'm sorry, guys. But shout out to her. She's such an amazing Japanese voice actress. She also voice actress Chirisu in Venture Girlfriend. So, the moment I saw her voicing this girl, I was like, it's going to be fucking amazing. I know she's going to cook some shit. And cook some shit she fucking did. She was fucking tsundere in that bitch. She sees my boy just standing there looking like a Chad god. And she's kind of like, oh, I'm melting. I can't talk to him. I'm shy as fuck. And she sees a competition. She sees Moma. She's like, oh, Queen Bee, fuck her. You know what? I can get this, man. No problem. But she's too shy to talk in front of her. So now we got two girls competing for this one man that doesn't know that these two girls like him. When meanwhile, his religion, this man is not for the streets. This man will not fall for no traps. This man only lays cats. cats and cats, which I fucking respect. So now we're just seeing these etchy moments between the two of them. Like, oh, let's do some planks, but you can see some potential bras, potential, breasts. And now, my boy's falling more and more for this trap where it's like, who's going to be this girl that I might or might not fall for? What's it going to be next episode? I just think she did a phenomenal job as this basketball player. I loved every single moment of it. There was no complaints whatsoever. This girl, every fucking day, at least that we see in the show, every fucking day she'll be in the side of the classroom, just watching from the corner, like watching her, and then trying to look out for this guy. Like, where is he? I want to talk to my sen. Oh no, she's senpai. Excuse me. I want to see this my younger classmate. Where he at?
I love
Okay.
it. I love it. It's fucking adorable. I agree on
She's
this.
really young, isn't she? She's the youngest.
She is a freshman. Because
Yeah, so
she's a freshman.
She's senpai.
No,
No, she's not. She's the
she's a freshman.
co-op. She's a freshman, bro.
Yeah, she's a freshman. Our two main characters, Medaka
Yeah,
and Grawa.
they are first years.
No,
But
they're
she's the
sophomores.
basketball player.
No. Madaka and them are like
Sophomores.
sophomores. Yeah.
And our
I
basketball.
will get back to you guys on that because they call her senpai.
No, I'm
She's older.
telling you, I know for sure.
There's two people that agree on the same page.
All right.
I am absolutely certain.
I swear to God, the anime threw me off. Oh, okay, whatever. I'm pretty sure because why would she? I mean, you know what? You're right. I'll leave it at that. You know what?
No, they consistently refer to Madaka and our boy.
Mama. Uh-huh.
Yeah, or Kawaii, whatever the fuck her name is. They consistently refer to them as senpai. So they're definitely older.
Yes.
You gonna make me want to look it up now? I'll take your word for it.
Look it up, bro. And while he's looking up this mid-ass show, hey, the basketball girl was good. We like the basketball girl. You know,
You're
that's
right.
actually
You're right.
good
She says
character.
first year. You're right. It says first year automatically. You're right.
Exactly.
Thank
'Cause
you.
you're
Thank you. We're
dumb.
right. So
This is why you're too horny. Your brain is full of boobs. You don't know what
You are
copium
look,
somehow.
perfect example. You are Medaka. You need to balance your religion with your horniness. You need to balance it. You need to get it.
Oh,
You need to hold the pinch in your nose and balance it. Because I do agree with Crash. This episode is in my top 10. It's an 8.5 to me out of 10. This episode was in my ranking 8 in my top 10. It's really enjoyable. Like Crash said, I'm really happy they fucking got rid of that opening. Thank you, Rain, is what I wrote it in my document. It's just like, thank you, Rain. You literally got a reason because of her having bed hair.
The
And
Lord
also-
bless us once again. Thank you.
And also, I understand when it comes to rainy days, I get sluggish too. So I understand that. And this man, like I told Crash, this man doesn't know how to balance religion with being a normal human around girls. Be nice, Medaka. It's not that hard to balance. We get it. But I love how he's doing his best. And Asahi, look, girl, I get it. You're nervous. You have the crush on the guy. But you are plump like a red strawberry. You gotta grow the cojones to talk to the man. If not, you're gonna lose the race to our girl Mona. 'Cause
Facts.
she is literally gonna steal that under you. So it's gonna be easy. But Neko, you have any positive thoughts other than compared to our man got Grams to been trying to have us transition to the next topic without even bringing up the positive out of this series?
I think I can see the potential of how it's gonna go with like our popular girl. I think this episode like showcased our best girl, right? Like of course I do love her, but I think we're seeing a different side of her where she's seeing how real it's gonna get with her losing like the battle. So she's going to lock in, but not as hard as she was before. I think she's gonna go more naturally after a certain point and like actually try to get to know him because she, we already know she's in love with him, like, or at least definitely has a crush on him too. She's not trying to get his attention just because it's the one person who's stubborn enough to not fall for her at first sight. So I think she's slowly getting to know like how sweet he is, right? Because he put the umbrella on the cat. She saw that morning. She was like, oh, he gave his umbrella to the cat. Oh. And then she was like, no, I'm trying to make him fall for me. So I think after a while, I can see the potential where it's going to get really sweet when she can actually see him for who he is and actually fall in love with him naturally rather than trying to like seduce him in that sense. And I think it's going to get cute. I actually am
agree.
looking forward to that.
I do wonder
Because of the
how is it gonna evolve in that aspect. Like, how's the relationship gonna
yeah,
evolve in a high school setting? Because we know it's not gonna like. I know it's not gonna be like Snafu or gonna be Kaguya-sama,
yeah.
where it's gonna be more emotions and more in the comedy. But I wonder how it's gonna be more subtle to Medaka and how's he gonna balance the religion? Because we don't know too much of it. Like we understand like
Mm.
probably like monk related aspect. Because from what we know, but I wonder if we're gonna get to find out more information in the aspect where he can actually grow as a character involving that.
I
What
think
I
it's
will
gonna
say
get
real
real.
quick, you think it's gonna get real?
Yeah.
What I will say at the very like as of this point right now in the anime, if we don't like at the end of the show, right? If we don't see at least them become a couple or a kiss, then I'm gonna be with Gremlin and say it's mid as fuck because we're now getting to the funny part, the comedic part that Memory has been saying. We might even get a season two because he's saying also that the manga's still ongoing, if I'm not mistaken. So
Mm-hmm.
the fact that if it's still gonna continue on, fine, I'll let it cook. I'll let it do what it needs to do. But if there's no big like development with these characters anytime soon. Like, okay, you're still introducing new characters, new situations, stuff like that. It's just like the name of the rom-com. It's like whatever. Like this isn't anything different than what I've seen before. You gotta cook something spicy going on. Otherwise, it's like whatever. Like you'll get some etchy moments here and there for sure. Uh, um, a big clip where it's like, oh, you're gonna be well known for this anime. But past that, like, I want something hard and like convincing to be like, no, this is the anime to watch for next season. Definitely, definitely. So I'm keeping an eye out. So far, it's getting better, so I'm happy for that. I was worried that I would have joined Grayman in the dark side and say, no, it's mid, but it got better. So I will say at least let it cook, let it cook. That's one of those kind of animes this time around.
Yeah, I think by season 2 is what you're looking for. Because season 1, we still got other girls to introduce. So, and we're in like episode 6, right? So we're not gonna get that
Ooh.
until season 2.
Mid as fuck. I'm hearing. Okay, say that. Say that.
Oh my god, I changed. I thought so fast. Change. But
I'm not lying.
when it comes to fast change of thoughts, like we're here having drama. We hear where Crash could be saying that, hey, it could be mid as fuck after season 1 when he hears more girls can be included. So it means Mona might not even be top one no more. Like, hey, it might be Asahi be the freshman, steal the man. But sometimes you also have drama in other stories, and that is our drama section. We have My Happy Marriage, Alpaca Diaries, and The Doctor Detective as our drama section. Who wants to go first? And is there any other drama series that you guys want to talk about during this segment?
I have just one question. I'll let you guys go first. I just have one question pertaining to a specific anime because this is for me and the missus because she was like I would okay. So the concept is you Vash specifically had told me that you and Neko had saw My Happy Marriage together the last episode came out, and you guys were saying that apparently you guys are like kind of like going with me with the theory that the father might be a
Mm.
villain. So when I had read that on Discord, I got out of my bed and I started running around like front and forward in my living room. My wife's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I love it when I'm right with my theories. I'm cooking in my head, 3D chess, all that." So I'm just curious to know like what makes you guys think about that now?
I still don't think y'all are right, by the way. I will be the villain of this story, blah, blah,
That's
blah.
fine. I think I look. It's just a theory. I could be wrong with it. There's a lot of variables that just makes me think like, it's just too good to be true. There's a lot of things that just pokes me off. So if I'm wrong, for sure, like hey, it's whatever. Like we found out who the villain was. I feel like there's still somebody pulling the strings in the background, and it's just so weird that we only saw the father for 3 episodes. So it's like, what makes you guys think that now, based on what we saw last episode? Because I didn't see that at all. I have something else in my head cooking now. So
I would say you go ahead, Crash.
I was gonna say if you guys want to elaborate on that because I don't know what you guys made you
that.
realize now. Like,
Hey, go ahead first, Neko. Explain to us how do you enjoy the first episode of 5 of My Happy Marriage, and because remember the theory that we agreed that maybe Kudo's father may actually be bad since he got our boy Godo's father maybe possibly killed. Remember when you said that might be part of that?
Yeah, because okay, my first understanding of that flashback, I thought the dad was our boy Kudo in that scene. So when he was talking about like, oh, this is what powers do to like or bring to us misfortune, I was thinking, oh, is that why the dad is teaming up with our boy Usui? Because he doesn't like that we're all the gifted or are the ones that cause all this pain. But no, that was our boy Kudos, and that was his friend's dad. So I was like, oh, okay, well, okay. But then Vash brought out, he's like, oh, well, his dad should have been there in general though. Like, why wasn't his dad right there when that the commander died? right? So I was like, dang, no, for real though, because like he's like the leader, right, of the squad. So he's like, I'm like, why aren't you there? Where were you? Over our boy Kudo was over here sad and depressed and stuff like that. And I don't know, like that stuff did bring out like some like little red flags. So I was like, okay. And then of course, I think that's it with my overall thoughts there. But yeah, I think Crash is cooking. There's something there. There's something there because usually by now the dad would be shown more if he's chill. Okay? But right now he's not there prominently. So I mean, I think there's something going on there. And
You
from
see
what
the
I know,
trope.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very interested. I'm very interested how this is gonna go. But overall, the episode was really nice. You know, we learned out that our bodyguard of Mio is Kudo's ex fiance, and
That
was
shit was so
crazy.
spicy.
But like, but also I like how sweet it was too when Mio was like, "Hey, you don't have to. There's nothing wrong with this. We can still be friends. Like, if you have feelings for him still, that's okay. It's fine. You know, of course, Mio was a little anxious. She was like, "Oh my god, Kudo, did y'all love each other and stuff?" He's like, "No, girl, I love you."
I love
I
that.
I
I love
that was
that.
the good communication, right? Like that scene was awesome. I love Mio a lot where she's growing too. You know, like she's talking her feelings. We didn't have to like have this drag on or anything. She's actually said her feelings and said it straight out. And Kudo reassured her quickly. Was like, "No, I'm sorry I've made you feel that way, but nah, it's all you. I want you to know more about me. I'll tell you more about me if that makes you feel better and stuff like that." Like that was a really good scene, and Mio is just doing awesome this season. Talking like it's for me, it's talking to Kudo and then talking to the guard girl, right? Like her and being reassuring her like, "Hey, it's okay. Like we could still be cool and I love you. You're a good friend to me." And that was awesome. This series is going crazy. Also the cliffhanger with the Usui dad.
The
That
father.
man, bruh. I was like, "Oh, brother, can you chill, please? Please."
So I cannot add too much more thoughts more because you said it perfectly, Neko. I love the communication what happened to Kudo. He did such a good job to respond and also let her know, like, hey, I couldn't be there and let you see me being vulnerable. I need to first compress my thoughts and understand how I felt. And then she understood that, she respected and she appreciated that. And then she said, hey, I found this information. At first, I thought our girl was actually the ex fiance of our boy Godo. I thought that Kuroko was the ex fiance of Godo, not of Kudo. So that's my misunderstanding at first. But then once we saw the episode and then finished it, I have a better grasp of it. And then once we had a conversation after we saw it, and I really appreciated the understanding of Mio being so understanding with Kudo and with Godo, like also asking, hey, about your past, what happened to your father, and explaining, Kudo's backstory and she having her perspective. But the one thing that pissed me off about this episode at the end is the very end chat. Why would you leave your wife alone getting attacked by this motherfucker? What's his name? Uzi. Uzi, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. Why would you leave him alone? Why would you run after and chase the emperor? No, my G. You know this was a diversion, but I get it. You're a captain. You gotta go find the king, the emperor of the fucking nation or the area, and you gotta go. And you leave these people to protect your wife, and they're gonna take them out like their fathers. It's like, no way they're gonna start. Unless our girl Kuroko actually has skill sets that will actually do something against Yusi, is what I'm here to support. If she does, and I will let, yo, girl, you're fire. Makes sense why you're the bodyguard for her. But I feel it's gonna crash and burn horribly. That's what I think is gonna happen. And
I have an interesting perspective. You guys are not gonna like it, but this whole season, this whole week of episodes, you can pretty much sum it down into competition when it comes to the animes we watch. Blue Box, you have this back and forth between Hina and Chunatsu, right? You have Medika Kawaii now. You got the basketball girl and the love interest. You have I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class. The two best friends are gonna potentially maybe fight for this guy. My Happy Marriage, this episode reminded me a lot of Honey Lemon Soda. And I know you guys don't like that take, but hear me out, right? You have Mio and you have Uka. They are not the same characters by any means, but these are two girls who are learning to love the world even though they didn't love them back. And I think that's very powerful right now, especially in times where a lot of people suffer through a lot of mental health, a lot of problems, a lot of bullying, a lot of teasing. And it shows that, strength comes from within, and you shouldn't be afraid to, dig deep into yourself and learn to love the person that you may love like back. With My Happy Marriage, I was surprised when I saw Mio actually doing the initiative, like, oh, like, whatever the past was, it's fine. I still like she was not afraid to talk to, her bodyguard to Karakua when they were in the kitchen. I was like, if I was in that predicament, right, in that situation, I would feel awkward. I would be hesitating, this and that. I know that's probably what the bodyguard felt that way. But the fact that Mio, you see her character development, you see that she's like, no, I want to take the initiative. I put the teapot down. I'm the one who's like, no, like you're my first friend, despite whatever the situation may be. Like I still want us to be cool and everything because there may not be another person like you. That hit deep to me personally. With Honey Lemon Soda, with Uke, it's a little more different because she's still learning, in a high school perspective. With My Happy Marriage, we're talking like something that's happening not in modern time. This is talking like way back in the day. So it's like, I can't wait to see how that relationship unfolds. Is she gonna lose her friend now that we see, this father figure, come into the fold because she had that dream, that she saw broken glass, these potential characters, and something happens. Like that could be a foreshadowing. That was foreshadowing for sure. I don't know to what extent. I don't know it's going to be just like the fight's going to happen and that's it. We don't know. I just thought like, that's a cool foreshadowing thing. I'm pretty sure as Mio learns to develop her powers, she can foresee things happening and thus maybe prevent future events from happening. I don't know. But it was just a nice little like thing to see, like, since we're ending this, last part of drama, like still kind of like romance, like, hey, like there's a lot of like competition going on. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but like, everyone's putting their foot down, where everyone's trying to put their hat in the ring. Even Tina now with an Amagami sister, like, there's a lot of girls right now saying like, I want the MC, I want this and that, and Mio's no different, and I'm all here for it personally. We know who Mio ended up being with, and I'm glad he still chooses her. There was no like weird things or anything. It's like, oh yeah, she was a fiance, it didn't work out, she went to the Capitol, and that was it. Like, okay, bet, thank God. I didn't want anything else crazy happening. Imagine he was like, oh
Agreed.
yeah, like, we were thinking.
It sounded more simple than what it was led on to. That's something I agree. And that's why I'm not so judgy when it comes to My Happy Marriage compared to Honey Lemon Soda. Because in Honey Lemon Soda, we're in today's time. So I have a perspective on that. When it comes to Happy Marriage, you being friends with your current fiance, ex-fiance, is in a different time era. So for them to have arranged marriages and everything, and you being friends with your old acquaintance of your ex or something like that, it's not too far off because this is a different era and time. So I have to judge it in a different light of perspective of where I wasn't there, even though if my viewpoints don't align, I understand from their era is a bit different.
Definitely.
It's not even that. They work in the same field.
That's
like
true.
You can't avoid someone you work with.
That's
right?
That's
Yeah.
very key to point out. They work in the same field as well, and she's a unique character to be like she's a woman in having her abilities, so it's very rare. So that is a good point to bring it up.
But no, they're both very professional with it. They're both very respectful of each other. I think there are lingering feelings there, whether they're of resentment or like jealousy. There's definitely feelings there, and it's definitely messy. But hey, it's a drama, and you know what? I think they handled it well. I think they could have easily gone the super obvious route of her being a bitter ex who like really is just horrible to Mio because like she's jealous, and that's fine. Yeah. But they didn't. They made this strong character, the strong female character who yeah, there's feelings there, but she's still a good person. Like she's still trying to be a friend, and I think that's just really good.
The question is she gonna survive?
Apothecary. Let's talk about Apothecary because I want to talk about Apothecary. Apothecary is great. We got Jinchi, my beautiful goddess.
Zesty as fuck.
dancing like a
Zesty as
sexy
fuck.
moon goddess.
Zesty as fuck. There's nothing more to
Zesty.
say.
Or what is her name? Diana. Ooh.
Diana. Yo, when I heard that name,
Diana.
Diana, I thought it was a reference to Wonder Woman, like the Greek goddess of Diana. Like that's what I thought.
I was thinking about Ice Spice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking about that song. I was like, Princess Diana. Goddamn.
Hey,
did say
different references out there. Sure, I never expected I would ever be having an Ice Spice reference on Off Da Binge, but hey, we could just check that off the list.
There you go.
When it comes to Up in the Diaries, I really enjoyed this fucking episode. I truly did. I never expected it to actually have in such high regard. But you guys want to guess? Wait, where do I have it actually on my list? Up in the Diaries. Oh, I have it as my number 5 on my document. So pretty cool. But one thing I find interesting out of all that, like the Moon Fairy Goddess, you know, like our boy Mangagram said, beautiful, but wanted the attention of Mama to be taken care of. Genshi felt like it was so rare to do what he did, and when Mama was the only one to catch it, and by the guards, the few guards that was there, like those must be like trustworthy guards to be, and these Western people rude as hell, because they are.
Can we speak on that? Because, bro, my girl just literally pulled out from the whip, went to this guy like, hey, probably what's up? Let me raise you up.
Literally.
Really did. She literally just come out like, yo,
yo.
hi, how you doing? I'm better than all these bitches out here. Cause I got blonde hair. I'm special. I'm like,
disrespectful.
bitch,
Hardly,
we got
my
blue
guy.
hair. I feel like blonde it seems basic. We got blue hair and pink hair. I don't know.
Whoa,
I don't know what
about
you
all
mean
that.
here. I don't know what you mean here. Blonde hair sounds basic as hell.
Especially in that timeline, I'm saying, like with all those color-haired characters, come on.
And let me just say real quick, like you got 2 concubines that are low key like young girls, and not even over the age of like what we consider to be consent. So technically, the emperor only has 2 main girls he's messing with.
I don't know. I think Lowland, the new concubine, I think she's like 19.
Yeah.
Like she's
No
not
shot.
too young. She's like the same age. Like Gyokyu, who looks older, is only 19, bro. They're pretty young. I think the oldest concubine he has that he's boning is 23, I think. The blue-haired one.
Leona? She's from the Crystal Palace, right?
Li Hua, yeah, or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know her age.
She's only like 23. And then like Gyokyu's 19. Like
Yeah, and Ratio.
Gyoku's 19? You're fucking lying.
Gyokyu's 19, bro.
She looks 30. Get the fuck out. You're
He
lying.
is 19.
This man like I'm young, huh? I know that.
No.
Younger,
The
not younger
previous
than the other
emperor
emperor.
liked him
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, the previous
we don't-
emperor like that young. The previous one, he was he was
We don't
different.
compare.
He's different. The current emperor is a bit more laid back, and he's happy with what he
you're
got.
Right. Yes. 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 You're 100% right. I apologize.
Didn't
Yes.
work.
Okay.
Yeah. And also I don't trust these twins. Ayala and Aylin. I don't trust them. These twins, Western. I don't trust the.
I think the oldest one who was trying to get with the emperor has ulterior motives, and
hell
the
yeah.
younger one is just following the sister because they're. I don't know if they're sisters or cousins. They imply they're just family for sure. But I think one is just kind of chillax and just following the other one because she has to, and the main sister, the cousin, whatever, the one who wants to the cousins. Thank you. The other one who tried to like slide into the emperor's DMs real quick. That one we gotta watch out on. I'm pretty sure she got something going on next episode. I don't know what, but I'm a little kind of worried what's gonna go down.
I would say they executed the Moon Fairy beautifully, like the to keep the story presentable. Just without our boy Genshi, they didn't have the current technology to put the fake titties out there for Mama's grandma.
Nasty as fuck.
Mama
that just proves that flat is justice. All right.
Hey,
Did I not
All
say
size-
flat was always justice?
all size matters. That's what I'm saying. All size matters. Take that as you will to any perspective. But one thing I would say,
thank you.
Mama found out that she cannot tell nobody that she makes medicine.
Yeah.
But is her secret being revealed now? Because one of the old ladies at the other side of the of the clinic found out that, hey, this person makes medicine, is she gonna be a snitch? Because even though Emperor knows or has an idea that she, has her own secret role,
We
but
overlook this little travesty of
yeah.
yours.
So now I'm curious to know that is this old lady gonna cause a problem? That's just my theory. That's my question because that's the thing I
Yeah, yeah.
noticed. Because just she said, "Hey, don't tell nobody," and then we go right
What happens 2 minutes
into
later?
like the next
Hey.
scene. Hey, I see you taking medicine. Yeah. Don't question like, yeah. Did that person smell like medicine? Hey, does she make some? It's like really? You like say that one scene, the next scene later. I feel like that's gonna lead more into it, and also. That's all I got because I'm still questioning the frog, but we haven't seen it in this episode, so I'm like, okay. But also bugs. I'm not a big fan of them, but we have the
They were
girl.
cool. They weren't like disgusting, but they weren't too bad.
Yeah,
Like
we have a
Yeah.
girl.
mostly
Shisu, I think her name is.
the new not concubine, excuse me, the new servant that we're introduced to right
Yes.
now
Yeah,
this
yeah.
season.
I can't find her name on right now on NS. There's so many girls that.
Let's not look up her name, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Why?
My name is
is that?
Shusui.
Okay, thank you, man. God, we should not look up her
Shisu.
name, because I
Shisu.
guess it will reveal more stuff than we should know. Then I guess. But any other thoughts about your diaries? Any theories? Because I know Neko and Graham can't say much since they have read ahead, if I remember correctly.
Are you up to date with the anime, Neko-chan?
Yes, I am. I think my favorite part was really about the carcass with the moths and stuff. Like, of course, like that's how our granny could look like so beautiful because of that. And I didn't even think about that, and that was really cool. So that's why she had them all swarming around her. So it kind of gave her a bonus to feel
It
like
did.
it looked like a moon fairy. So that was cool. That was adorable. Also, okay, I had to bring this up with the cloak in the dark, with like how they hid Jinchi. I was like, does that really work? I'm like, hold up,
Bro, they got
telling
the
me-
Harry Potter invisibility.
Right.
That's what I said.
Bro.
Pretty cloak in that bitch.
Bro.
Like, brother,
I-
like, okay,
I started seeing twice because I was hella confused. Like, where did he pop up and then disappear? But then the second time we know it's because he went in the water. But
yeah,
damn,
the first time.
it threw me off.
I'm like, bruh, you think like I don't know. If the moon's really high up there, I think you would have still seen him if you just like standing there.
My
I
guess-
I
feel
mean,
My
if you're a
guess-
master of illusions,
true, yeah.
That is true, but my guess is because in old times we like it was completely dark, so it was
Yeah.
like in anime wise we have the moon, shining very beautifully, but in real life that area will be completely dark because the only light they have is the carriages. Like for example, in our times or sidewalks, we have lights, lampposts. We have all these things to give us light to some
every
extent.
night.
But when it comes
For
to
sure.
back then, we didn't. So that's like the illusion of us watching anime. We gotta put some in a disbelief in the anime aspect when it was still during those times in the feudal era. I feel like.
No, for sure. But I think because I've seen where the moon can be bright as hell. And you can see everything. I'll be like, "Dang, moon, you want to go a little lighter? Like, why you this shiny today?" I like it though because it goes through my window and it's like a little nightlight. I'm like, okay, I appreciate you for that. But that's cool though. That whole scene with just seeing him having to dress up and seeing like the moon fairy. He was killing it with the moves though. I was like, Jinchi, you out here practicing too? I see you. He was out here flowing and he looked beautiful. I was like, I told you, I was looking forward to him in this dress. And he looked great. I was really happy. And then also when him pouting, and then Mama was like, "Fine, I'll
give you the head
dry
pat."
your hair." It's like, yeah, you better dry my hair after all this
I
work.
feel
Bro, want
I
attention.
feel so bad for the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
envoys. I also feel bad for Vash because I keep interrupting him. It's like you're not allowed to talk today. No, I feel so bad for the envoys. They're like, let us see the prince, let's see
Your brother.
the emperor's brother, and they don't realize that the emperor's brother is just so in love with this cat girl. This little cat gremlin that he wouldn't even give them a second glance. He's like, "What's that? Big titties, blonde hair, couldn't be me. Where's my cat? Come here, Mau Mau."
So
I
he
feel so
cares for-
bad.
You said that perfectly. I couldn't have said it any better. Honestly, on to God, like that was 10 out of 10 fucking review.
Great. All right. One anime that we could review that's gonna be not me talking is gonna be Amaku MD Doctor Detective, because I may not be continuing this anime myself, but I will talk about more next week in Hot on Flop. So I'm gonna stay quiet in this segment. I'm gonna pass it to Neko to go ahead first when it comes to this anime.
This episode. Oh, I haven't seen it. Episode 6 actually.
I have.
Yeah, Crash.
So
Well, Crash, you can take it away because I haven't seen it either.
okay,
I will
so
say I am cautiously optimistic. Okay.
Yeah,
I
think I'll
don't
continue.
know why people are talking so much shit about it. So Vash is saying he might potentially drop it. You guys are a little behind. I understand. The arc ends. We know now how the combustion, the flames happens. I'm not gonna spoil on it. So what I will say just off the bat is I should have expected it, and at the same time, I'm not surprised that it was this specific thing that is the reason why it happened. So I
Okay.
was thrown off. The only thing out of that sequence was it kind of throws more of my theory more into like fruition. Like, yeah, Taco, the doctor, might actually have feelings for you. I don't know
Yeah.
how. I look, all I'm saying is, look, if I work with you and you know you want to spend a lot of time with me, you know, as a guy, I'm not gonna pay no mind, whatever. But if you take somebody's bike, one of your coworkers' bikes, and you drive it into a burning house to save me, that to me automatically I'm like, yeah, I think you like me for sure. There's no way nobody else would just do that. Now you owe this coworker of hers like probably like $1,000,000 yen or whatever for that bike. That was a nice bike. I ain't gonna lie. That should explode in the house. No context. I don't know from here where it'll go. I hope it's a whole new mystery, but the arc ends. There was a lot more to this episode. I highly recommend you guys watch. Not every character that you heard about the last 2 episodes are what they seem. So take what I say very seriously and expect a big plot twist at least, because at least you might not think the show is all that, but I will at least admit this specific episode ties all loose ends, and I was genuinely surprised to see like the outcome of how everything came to be.
I think now that you mentioned with the relationship, there's something there, right? Like not just because they work together. I think she like leans on him for a reason. I don't like. There's something deeper there, right? Because she's like, hey, she's always dragging him to study, to everything she's gonna look at. Like there's something there. Like what did he do? And he's very protective of her too. So it's like, what kind of like what kind of past y'all have? Like I'm very interested to see that. Because now, yeah, there's something that's like underlying there that she's so like dependent on, and like actually like teaches him while they're doing like I don't know. There's something there like it's a good chemistry. I like it, and then also
I've watched enough. I've watched enough doctor shows to know that if there ain't some sex happening, it's gonna happen.
Yes, right now. See, we have an origin story of where like where how they had met, whatever. But I don't think it's as far as that. I don't.
Okay.
They could. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't.
Okay,
I wouldn't be opposed to the idea, but we could get an origin story to see how they meet. But my thing with that too is like, with this kind of show, you only get 12 episodes. You can only do so much unless you get like a season 2, whatever. At this point, it's whatever for me. I get the origin story, cool, whatever. I see more mysteries of like how, you know, they can figure out like disease or sicknesses or whatever for a patient, cool, whatever. But there's no substance to it. So it's kind of like, let's just figure out the mystery of why this person is sick or this mystery why this person died. That's it. That's all I like. There's nothing more to it. If they can make it more like interesting, I'm waiting for it. Because at this point, like Vash said, I wouldn't drop it per se, but I would lower my score at the very least. I'll watch it through to the end, but
that's fair.
This show is a palate cleanser. It's nothing much. I don't see anything like crazy happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's a light
it's a
novel.
comfort food.
Hey.
This ain't no Dr. House, but I'm not. This ain't no Jimmy Neutron, but I'm not looking away from it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
All right. Next one. We're in the isekai fantasy genre for our anime spotlight, and we have a few things to talk about that came out this past week that's isekai and fantasy related. I want to give a quick, spotlight to Good Receptionist, because I know myself, Neko, Mangagram, and a few others that are watching the show are watching and talking about it. So Good Receptionist, this girl, I feel you. Just gotta clock out work on time so you can enjoy your time off. That's it. Fuck them people. Fuck that paperwork. Sometimes when you clock on time, you just want to be like, yo, just want to enjoy some croissants, some desserts, some crafting, just have a good time. Right, Neko?
Exactly. See, but she's braver than me because I work in like kind of an office. I work in an office job, and I leave some paperwork for my coworkers. I'm like, I'm out. Okay, look, I'll save it for Monday or next day, or y'all can do it because she tries to do it all herself, right? Because she doesn't want to put it on people either. Even though she wants to clock out early, she wants to do it fair. You know, she wants to do it all to herself, and then no one has to deal with it. But I'm like the friend. I'm like, girl, if I need to leave, I'm leaving. Okay, I can work on this tomorrow or something. But she's very diligent and it's so sweet. She's a good coworker. She's very cool. But yeah, this episode was actually really fun. You know, it's setting up for the new. She's trying to go to the festival that she's always missing, so that's a goal she's trying to do. But sadly, there's a rumor going around that someone can get a Dia skill if they keep going to these dungeons and defeating them. So now we just gotta figure out who's spreading that rumor, and then also something's happening with our healer.
Yeah.
Our healer's going down. We need our healer.
Is she going
But
down
she's
the
so sweet.
Is she going down the wrong rabbit hole? Is she going down the wrong rabbit hole? Is she's doing the wrong thing? Could be. One thing I would say about the healer is please don't get us in trouble. Please don't do this to Alina. I support and ship Jade and Alina.
They're so cute.
Ship them together. They're adorable. He did ask her on a date to go together, and he tried to go for all 2 days, all 3 days, but she shut him down and said, "Yo, I'll give you 1 day. You take it or leave it." That's it.
No, that's fair. Cause I don't want to enjoy it too, bruh. Like, 1 day's enough. 1 day's. I'm happy for him. He was so happy. He was like, "Oh my god, for real?" And she's like, "You know what? Sure, bro."
And two is that I hate that this is a good receptionist anime, but then we only see 2 receptionists speaking. I understand the other characters don't need lines,
Mm.
but it would be helpful to know that she's overworked. But that we see shots and panels of other good receptionists, but they don't got lines or they stay quiet. But then when
Yeah.
she's overworking, like, why is she always the one that's overworking? Is it because she's a supervisor role? Is it because she's a manager role? But we don't get the information. So when it comes to that work capacity, that kind of annoys me a bit.
I think realistically, it was like the friend said, they leave. They just don't worry about it. But she wants to be diligent and finish it all that day. She doesn't want to do it for the next day because then future her will have to deal with it and like maybe overtime again or something, right? Like that's what her perspective is. Like that's why the friend was like, "You don't have to do this, you know." And she's like, "But nah, I want to do this. I want to get it done right now."
I
I
So
feel
agree.
that. I've been like that.
I feel that when it comes to our company work, I will push through, no sleep. I was tell wife, hey, let's hang out next day. I got shit to do. But when it comes to my day job to stuff, I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna clock out. Well, usually when it comes to my type of work in the entertainment industry, we work 12 hours. So if we need to do OT, you can't really say no. Like you could say no in your head, but when your boss say, hey, do you want OT? You'll be like, yeah, yes, because 1 hour of OT is like $100. So like, hey, for me, I gotta say yeah, cause that's an extra buck in my money, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So it's not always bad, cause sometimes it could benefit you and help you look better in the work. So you gotta pick and choose your OT and where could help you out, cause sometimes it can make you lose a festival that you've been losing for the past 2 years, or you could do work hard that leads up to it and finally enjoy yourself. But don't die during the process of a god that's trying to kill you, because they will grant you a dire skill.
Facts.
But I think we should get into the series that came back, the one that has been on the grind.
Yes, sir.
It sounds like this. Is this your episode of the week?
This is my episode of the week. I'm so I didn't expect to see what I see, and I'm so glad that it came back because it just shows how much I missed this fucking anime. My God, I cannot wait to tell you guys how fire, how much I recommend it. Even if you don't watch isekai, even if you don't watch fantasy, watch this shit. This shit, even though it has fucking 5 seasons, it's worth every single minute of your time. Let me tell you why. I'm assuming none of you guys have watched Amachi yet or watched. I know Vash said no. Neku-chan, Gremlin, you are not up to date or have not watched the anime, right?
I haven't caught up to this season, but Grimmin reads it.
I read, believe it or not, I read to right after they got out of the dungeon. So right after before the Hestia stuff. So I'm a little bit behind too.
Okay.
Before Hestia makes her shrine. to counter the thing.
Okay. So I'll try to make this very quick, very simple, and let me explain why this is a 10 out of 10, why it's cooking, why you should watch it. All right.
Go for
so
it.
we're in the middle of the war game. I'm not going to go into any major spoilers, but we get a fight with Ryu. She comes out of nowhere. She's fighting Hogni, one of the 5-6 main of elite, characters in this girl's, thingy. God, why can't I say her name? But anyways, the goddess's team. That fight was fucking amazing. Dang, Freya. I don't know why the fuck that I just slipped my mind. Freya's familia. Thank you. So they're having this big fight. The animation sequence was amazing. Ryu is now OP. She ranked up 2 levels now from level 4 to level 6. She can now use some of her powers from her old familia, the Aster familia, which is amazing. She literally can light her sword on fire while doing incantations.
How did she rank up?
So her ranking from her being down in the previous
because
season.
Her god wasn't around. Did her goddess come back?
No. So if you watch season 4, she went down into like the bad part of the labyrinth that they're not supposed to be with Belle.
Yeah.
And they were fighting so hard. So because of that, and because of her little moment with, I don't know if you've seen season 4,
but she can't level up if her goddess doesn't do it. Unless someone stripped her goddess away from her.
Again, I'm not gonna spoil.
No. I'm asking you,
and I'm asking him. Do not spoil because there's Chan audience that may not want to know the full details. You can tell them off air. You can tell them off air. It
is explained. It is explained in season 4, and if you don't remember, back in season 5, it is explained for sure. Like there.
Well, you gotta understand. I watched, like, they just came out of the thing, and remember that scene in the tavern where she was like dying of embarrassment because of how much she was like realizing she's in love with Belle.
Oh,
that's the last thing I read.
Oh no, keep going. It got. Oh my god, that's that moment when I see Ryu's face, and I still have it on my phone where Seer goes to her and she's like, "So do you like Belle?" And she's like, "Huh? What? No, I could never. You like him. I could never take away your senpai, your bae." And that was the funniest shit. But yeah, so to not spoil. It is explained. The familia does something in spear form to give her level up. That's all I'm gonna say, if that makes sense.
So it's bullshit. Got it.
Sure. So Ryu and Hogni are fighting. It looks like a close fight, but the reason Ryu was winning is because everyone was told, like, weaken this guy so that Ryu can come in and fight him and win. Of course, she wins the fight. That's one guy down. There's 4 more to go. And then, she's running to save Belle, whatever. But then you have, one of the guys, Hedney, I think that was his name, who is, with the Vanguard defending where Belle's position is in the war game. So it's like, oh no, Seer can get to him. He betrays Freya and shoots lightning at all his people, so that way Seer can get to where not Seer, I'm sorry, where Ryu can get to where Belle is. And now everyone was like, "Oh, we have a traitor! Now the game's gonna switch. The Hestia Familia is now gonna get a chance to win." Ryu gets to meet up with Belle. We now find out who was the original captain of the Freya Familia, which wasn't the king, but was actually the owner of the tavern, Mama. That lady was the actual original captain of Freya Familia, which is fucking crazy. So now she pulls up with a whole ass shovel. She was like, "All right, I only came here because if Freya told me to come and help, I'll help." She said no. Long story short, Loki was helping out, like doing shit behind the scenes. Took Mama to the where Horn was, and she's like, "Save me, please, save me from myself." So she's like, "Say that." She grabs the shovel. She's fighting the king now with just a fucking shovel. That shit was fucking amazing. Ryu's healing Belle, and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna fight him together. Don't worry." But before, I gotta tell you something. He's like running, like, "All right, let's do this." Wait. Before you go, I need to tell you, like, I'm in love with you. I need to tell you that I have feelings for you before we talk to Seer, because I need you to know how I feel. I have been told about this as a spoiler, but I know what's gonna happen with Ryu, unfortunately. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But now they're gonna fight the king next episode. This mind you, what I'm saying is all happening 2 episodes in one. I did miss some parts with Hestia getting away from the Freya Familia, trying to attack them and find them. I did miss out of the little girl who's acting like as a commander kind of for the Hestia Familia. Like, she's also growing up as well too, helping out with that fight with the 4 guys. I forgot their names. It's just so amazing. The animation, they maintained it. So I'm glad I waited the 4 whatever amount of time I did for them. The romance is still there. It's getting spicy with that. The plot twist is still there. I can't wait for next time, but I had to wait because now fucking Damachi's gonna come, I think, in February 26th, next episode. So I gotta wait 2 weeks, which is whatever. It's all good. But I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's so good. This is getting really interesting. Now we're getting to like the nitty gritty. This is the next episode is the fight with King, with Ryu, and with Bell. So I'm very curious to see how this duel is gonna go against literally the most OP character in all of Danmachi.
I'm glad. Danmachi is exciting. Haven't caught up. It's sad to get
Shame on you.
spoilers, but I'm thrilled when the time comes to see what comes to fruition, and hopefully by then when I'm binge watch season 2 to 5, I've forgotten what season 5 is. Hopefully, only time will tell. But Neko, I want to ask you a question. Are you excited about Zenshu? Want to talk about it? Want to talk quick thoughts about Zenshu?
This episode was awesome to me. I think we're getting the conflict of the story with like how Natsuko is, right? Like she has this like sense of like trying to do everything on her own, and now it's coming to bite her in the ass because she's not like a team player really. So now that she's in a team where it's like a team player, like you can't, like, of course you're OP with your drawings, but sometimes you need to actually be a team and work together and not try to do everything on your own. So now that, a void came and she couldn't really control it, and now she's kind of like, they're kind of like in a bad situation. That I think that was really good because now we're seeing a side of her, like a flaw, really, that she needs to work on. And I'm guessing it's going to be cool to see Luke and the gang like help her out with that, right? Because she's been helping them out with things they need to work on, or just stuff like that. So that'll be a good thing to come full circle with them trying to help her out with something that she is having a flaw in. So that was cool. I think this is going to be interesting this next episode to see how that gets resolved. But also we learned about Justice, this dragon that used to be a part of the Soldier 9, and what happened with him. He was out here, he got hurt, but then he didn't want to actually confront that because he knew Luke would feel bad about it. So he kind of stayed quiet.
By the way,
tried to be the bad guy.
I believe the dragon was a female. Because the dragon was also flirting with our MC Natsuko. I believe she was flirting with her. Because when the dragon left the Niners because the dragon was hurt, it also left with a few shorties. So I like with the energy and the voice acting, I feel like I'm getting like a girl dragon.
It could be, but I don't know. I think. It could be. I'm mostly got like a guy vibes, but it could be. Yeah.
Could be the or.
It could be. It could be genderless at this point. You know what? Yeah. It could be. It's a genderless Drago.
We don't judge here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't.
And the question is, who will die in the next episode, Zenshu? For those that watched this episode on Monday, the newest episode came out this past Sunday for week 6. So we haven't watched it yet. So for those that watch our next week, episode 17, we will probably bring up Zenshu and say how good it is or not. And who died? Because we ended off in a weird ending cutscene, and we also got a crow that's telling the crow, hey, nothing will change no matter what you do.
So now that kind of confronts like who is watching. Did they put her here and they're just who? There's two forces, right? One force that is trying to make her change these events, and then one force that is telling her, well, even if you do this stuff, the story is going to still end the same way. You're not going to save these characters like you're thinking. So that's going to be interesting to see play out. So now I'm very curious, like, why is she here? Who is opposing that? And how is Luke and Natsuko gonna survive this? Because they're so cute. I don't want her to go away.
I do ship them. They're adorable. And the unicorn, shut up. You're annoying.
Yo, he's like, get away from my boy. No, he's my homie. You don't deserve him. I'm like,
you're a cock blocker. That's what a unicorn is. That's a cock blocker.
That's what he is.
That's
He's
wild.
He's hating.
Oh, and never expected a transformation from being a fan of Lucha Libre. And then 2 episodes later, we get a girl that goes from, sexy slim body to a fan and being a whole workout, broad leg, gym buff like her father. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
It's in the genes, you know? It's in the genes.
It's in the genes for sure. I enjoyed it. But any last thoughts, Neko, on that one?
I'm sorry. I didn't hear the question.
I say, any more thoughts on that one?
No, that's it.
All right. Crash, how about you start us on Afreta from A Commonplace to World's Strongest season 3? Because we're almost, thank God, almost done with the season 3, and I can't wait to be done with this. Can't wait to be done with it and forget about it. We move on because we have one of the better episodes. That's what I will say already. The better episodes
Highly
of the past
disagree
4.
with your ass. Highly disagree with your ass. Let me tell you why. Okay.
Oh, we're on the
This
opposite.
episode-
Okay.
Yeah, we're the opposite. I like this episode. I do not, and I even told you personally, I'll tell you guys here on the podcast too, I am not fucking watching the next episode. I'm gonna put that on the lowest tier under fucking Unnamed Memory Season 2. And I think that's just trash. And let me tell you why. At least with this, we got a little bit of Yui's origin story, where she came from, how she got betrayed by her uncle. We see where, you know, there was miscommunication with the girls, right? Because we all know Yue is the main for Hajime. But then you have Shea, then you have Tio, then you have Kari, and then you have now the new girl coming in. But what happened with this episode is that like Shea and Yui reconnect like in the labyrinth. But she says something bad to her, and long story short, they get into a fight, and they fuck up Kari's whole, you know, like labyrinth test, where it's like, okay, now I see the error of my ways, blah blah blah, and now she's seeing this whole fight going down with these two side pieces trying to be like, no, you gotta stay the main. No, I need you to be the main if I die. It was just comedic to me. I fucking laughed at that shit. It was so stupid. The bitch slap that fucking she did to Yue at the middle, I was like, not fight right now, no way. So it was all of it was comedic, but my hate right now for the show is coming for the next episode, where it's like a hero knows what he needs to do or some shit like that. That was the title, whatever, and I'm just like, I don't care what you like. The show has to tell me that like he needs to convince himself that he's the hero. He is fucking not the hero in this bitch. This guy's an NPC, a side character, a waste of time. He brings nothing to the show. He gets no bitches. He has no riz. He does nothing to help out Hajime in any way possible. He's just a liability. And I'm sick of the people trying to defend him, saying that, oh no, he is OP. He is good. He's my guy. If he was all that and then some, he would be the fucking MC, not Hajime. So this guy needs to slow his roll, pass the crown to Hajime, and he needs to shut the fuck up and let him do what he needs to do, because he knows what the fuck going on. This guy has so many morals, and I'm kind of sick of him now.
Wow. I'm gonna just read what I wrote, because I agree with everything what he said about the hero aspect. The hero aspect for next week episode, but we're not talking about next week episode 15. We're talking about episode 14. And I would say this was a solid 8 out of 10 episode. To me, this was one of the better episodes of this arc. One reflection of having to beat yourself by overcoming the obstacle. We found out more of history of Yue's past, and unfinished memories resurfaced, but we have unclear images of what is right or wrong about her uncle. Did he really betray her, or was he actually helping her to not get destroyed or get mixed up with the political stuff that was happening in her time? So it's unfinished business that we don't know about her past. Yue versus the rabbit Shia was a good fight to see. Many etchy scenes and even comedy one-liners. I really enjoyed that, like Crash said. Karen felt left out, not knowing she passed or failed was hilarious. And if that ending shot was fall for breaking, it was really entertaining for the comedy that we got for Shia and for Kari and our girl Yue. Really enjoyable scene. A solid episode. Was in my ranking number 14. So I had a lot of fun with this episode.
The jokes with the I'm not gonna say it out loud, but the pancakes and the pork buns was hilarious, to say the least. If you catch my drift.
Yes, I agree. If you like the pork buns and the comedy aspect when it comes to, you know, flat chest and stuff like that, hey, it is what it is. But if you like science, let's welcome to our shonen action anime spotlight. We have Dr. Stone, Dragon Ball, Daima, Solo of Lane, and Sakamoto. And we have Dr. Stone. I'm gonna just talk about it real quick. Is Dr. Stone. We have the science future. We have adult Senku, aka Dr. Zeno, versus Senku himself, who's trying to bring the kingdom of science. And they have one weapon. They know that actually the formula to revive people. And that's the one secret, the one thing they have over this other kingdom. Because this kingdom right now has guns, ammunition, they have a factory, they have everything prepared. and we have America versus Japan right now, and who's gonna win? Of course, we're gonna have our heroes win, but at a what cost? So that's the
I
big
mean,
question.
historically, America wins.
Historically, but in this story, Japan is gonna have to
Damn.
win. But now I have a theory that I know what's gonna happen. For them to win, they have to petrify themselves or petrified our Dr. Zeno group, because that's the only way for them to win. That is my guess for this theory.
Are they gonna do that again? Didn't they already do that?
Yes, but that's my guess that's gonna happen again. But for them to actually do on purpose, before it was against them. Now they're gonna use it themselves as a weapon. That's my guess. That's my theory for this Dr. Stone episode, or what's
I
gonna
don't
be
think
happening.
that's Senko's way, bro. I don't think Senko would do that.
Guess what? This might be.
I don't know. I disagree. I just don't think that's what Senko would do.
It's a theory, you know. Like we can only wait
Yeah,
and see what
it's
happens.
a theory, and I respect it. I think he's wrong though.
It could be a bad theory, like Grandma is, you know, like
It's
it's
just a
disagree.
theory.
How about you,
game
Crash?
theory.
You have a theory, or did you enjoy this episode of communication of the villain versus Dr. Taiju?
Mid as fuck. I really didn't care for this episode this week. Honestly, it was like Dr. Taiju I have some beef with, because he confirmed pretty much to this fucking Dr. X that, hey, we have the petrification thingy. So my guy, you're just telling out secrets out there? Like, what the fuck? But other than that, they're just making a carrier in the boat. That was it. We haven't seen nothing crazy happen yet. Well, we're getting a new team lineup, which was the Watermelon Girl. Who else was it? It was the gray haired guy with the mask.
Tsukasa Hoji, I think his name, or
Yeah, Hoji.
how you go. And then we have an interesting squad. I like when they pair up, because we're gonna see interesting dynamics, and we're gonna see man against machine, because he has a whole fucking mech suit of like a machine gun ready at hand at carrying, and he's running with that against 5 other people. So curious to see who's gonna win, man's against weapon, aka machine.
Yeah, but no, other than that, I had nothing more to add on that. It was okay. I maybe even next episode too, it might be okay. I gotta wait until we get to more of like the nitty gritty, like when we get to like the really like they're infiltrating their palace or whatever you want to call it, factory. That's when I think Dr. Stone's getting more interesting. There's also I don't want to bring it up as like a major spoiler, but I want to remind you guys that when we saw the trailers for Dr. Stone, there was a sniper aimed at the boat, aimed at Senku. So that could happen at any point in time from here on out until the end of the show, at the end of the season of the first core, as you will. So, you know, plot twists can happen any now and then. I'm just waiting for it. Past that, like right now, I'm just like, whatever. It's interesting, but it's not interesting as like some stuff like not having marriage or, you know, 100 girlfriends that really, really, really love you. It's, you know, it's whatever for me right now.
All right. If you don't like the science, how about let's enjoy the fantasy world of the demon world in Dragon Ball Daima episode 17. Neko, we saw this last night. How do you enjoy this pure action of our Z fighters versus Goma?
Nah, that scene was beautiful. Oh my, the soccer.
I told you guys.
Oh my gosh, I had goosebumps the whole time. I was like, wow, they went in this episode. That was really fun. I think just seeing all of them actually team up. I didn't even expect the Majins to pull up there too. I was like, okay, the y'all in too, okay. And then of course we see the form at the end. That was awesome.
They had gotten everybody. So you have Goku, you have Vegeta, you have Piccolo, you got forgot the guy's name. But the guy with the pistol, I always mess up his name. Too. Yeah. So you have him, you have
Gomon or the
Goma.
Goma.
Yeah.
Yes, Goma.
You got the 2 Majins, and then you know the other Namekian, I think his name was something, I don't know, I forget. It starts with an N. But he was like, "Oh, you want to join the fight too?" He's like winking. I was like, "He's gonna join the fight too?" He was like, "Huh? What? Me?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
So cute. Him just winking at him. That was awesome.
I didn't expect him to do that. So then I'm looking, and you just see this whole fight sequence of them to, like, you know, go fight Goma. what like with each other, because he was even saying too, like, oh, you got, like, Goku can't fight alone. He needs to fight with people. The fact that he's not acting bullheaded, like he's actually thinking, like, for once, like, yeah, this is an enemy I cannot fight alone through brute strength, like, just shows, like, okay, like, this is serious. Like, I've never seen Goku act serious like this before, so I know he's taking the fight, like, 110%. Like, we gotta communicate, we gotta fight together, otherwise we're not gonna beat him. The fact that they use all, like, their, like, special moves to attack Goma, and that still didn't fucking do anything to him, was crazy too. He had, like, the anti-gravity spell, whatever you want to call it. He had Goku right there in the middle. He started firing, like, this beam at him. I was like, oh no, it's over. And then my boy Majin, and the other guy, the one with the sword, I forgot the name, was Tema something.
The Tamagami.
Tamagami, they stopped the whole beam. I was like, yes! Oh, let's go! And then we see that. I will say, I hate my coworkers, because everybody at my job told me, you have to watch it, Crash. Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes in. I was like, nah, no way. So they spoiled something in advance, and I was like, nah. So then, the rest of the day goes, and then, I'm like, what? Like, I watch everything minus Daima, and I'm like, nah, you know what? I need to know this is true. So I watch it, and then I see that transformation. I was disappointed, because I was like, I didn't get Super Saiyan 4. Fuck. I got something better than that. Honestly, I prefer this transformation. I'm not gonna say the name out loud unless we're spoiling, but I generally was like, okay, you know what? I'll take this. And then we get the preview where, like, they're gonna go ham, they're gonna fight. I was like, bet, say that.
Look, when it comes to Super Saiyan 4, I don't care what anybody says. Super Saiyan 4 is one of the best transformation. I don't care what anybody says. On God, I'll put money. This is better than Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken, or like all those Super Saiyan 4, because it's just all you changing from the transformations of others than Super Saiyan 4. You're changing the hair color, and you're having electricity, and like Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan 4 is one of my favorites, because you see the personality change from a character of Goku and Vegeta. They have changed, with Super Saiyan Ego when it comes also from Vegeta. I enjoyed this episode. I don't know if you guys wrote it up yet, but episode 20 is the last episode of Dragon Ball Daima. So we have full confirmation that we're ending with episode 18, 19, 20. So by the end of the month, February, we're losing Aphrodite, yes, but then we're losing Daima, and I'm sad because Daima's been very enjoyable.
I was too soon.
So with Daima, I'm curious to see what's next for the story or lore of Dragon Ball. Are we gonna go back to Super? Are we gonna do another movie? So it's very exciting things, and I know you guys said it perfectly. The fire of Goma, and Crash said it earlier. Goku actually asking for help. Even Bulma was shocked, like, wait, Goku said to bring everyone. Like, it's so serious that Goku even was in a serious mindset, like, damn, we're about to fight Goma, this guy that is out of the league, and he went Super Saiyan 3. But my theory is, if Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3, can they both take out Goma, or do they either have to do a fusion, like the fusion dance, or the rings that our boys, the Supreme Cast, to do it? Or are they going to try to distract with Vegeta and Goku Super Saiyan 3 and have Supreme Kai, the sister, and everyone else do the wish in the meantime? So that's my guess. That could also be happening, where, hey, let's ask for a wish while Goma distracted and everything. And the last thing I want to comment, the Namekian telling Tamagami to go and help, it was hilarious. He's like, hey.
Yeah,
hey.
I was just telling while you're off screen.
But not even a fucking comment. Like, he just does, like, the eye, like, hey.
He's winking, like, hey. He's like, oh, me?
That was a beautiful dynamic. I didn't really expect that, and it was a good type of comedy one-liner. I'm okay with that. But other than that, like, this episode of Dragon Ball Daima, look, chat, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's my number one in my ranking. It's not my episode of the week. It's the next thing we're about to bring up. That's my episode of the week. But for Daima, it's my number one. It was fucking solid. It was amazing. It was really enjoyable, and the animation was crazy. Can't wait to see what the next 3 episodes hold.
All right, let's talk about your episode of the week. Let's talk about some solo leveling. Tusk is here. He has arrived. He has arisen.
Arise! I don't want more excited than that. I love Vash. You gotta say it would be arise.
Arise.
Look,
or as my favorite voice actor in the English dub community said, wakey wakey.
Look, I appreciate him, and I appreciate the sub. I can't wait to see how the dub does it for the next couple episodes, because I know my brother enjoys the dub. I'm not sure if he has caught up to it. Solo leveling. Tusk. If you guys want to see pure reaction of myself, a big shout out to Memory NK and also to Matt Gungram. He was there doing the reaction. Go check out the VOD. Is up here in the card. We have the full VOD on Memory NK channel on the second one, channel 2, and you can see the full reaction as well on the main channel right now. Where you guys watching the Off Da Binge. It came out this past Saturday, so go check it out. My thoughts is literally great animation, great camera work. A lot of Tsukage, I believe I pronounce his name or the term right. Sakuga, thank you. A lot of Sakuga animation style, and it was very good, very fluid. The comedy was great. Sung Jin Woo, he made Tusk become he made Kagalan, or the new name Tusk, into becoming a shadow monarch. And I love how he did all these things right in front of his beautiful future wife Cha, the private investigators, and all of them saw this, and now everyone in the hierarchy is gonna know his power system, the summoning, the Shadow Monarch. He is quick as a hunter, all these things. So I love how he just got caught, but the animation scene, just him be like, turn around like, oh shit, I got caught on 4K. Like literally, they just saw me do all this shit, but I saved them. And I love how the captain of the A rank, he said, thank you. Without you, we would have all been dead. And I love how he gave back the notebook. Like all those little things of showing his humanity. And all them of the A rank party literally thank him. And just seeing him smile. Because, you know, for those who aren't aware, he's been losing his humanity every time he has killed a human. And him questioning his ideals. So I really love that when it came to Sung Jin Woo and his character. And can't wait to see what we see in the next couple episodes, Chad. You might see more reactions for the next episodes remaining of episode. Where are we on right now with Solo Leveling? We're on episode 6. We're going to see more in episode, 7 through 12 or 7 through 13. We might see Juju Island, Bureau. I was going to read them now. I might just wait and just reread them after. If any type of monologue has been cut out, I will see it after. But I might just wait now until March, until this anime ends, and then get back into my reading and see where, season 2 will head off in the webtoon. So I'm excited. Great fight. We just confirming for the audience in chat, he has 3 generals of Tusk. He doesn't have the 4 because he failed to get one of them, because one of them got chopped off on the seating. But you guys will get that reminder, I believe, the next episode or 2. So we will get that reminder. So, but just want to give that clarification. Any other thoughts about this other than hype, greatness, great animation, great fight, and our 3 generals of I would say Igris, Tank, and Iron was much better than his 4 generals.
Well, I will just say real quick, y'all sleeping on my girl Hain Cha. That fact that she was acting tsundere, she was like, "Do you think I looked ugly in front of him?" Got me fucking weak in the knees. I cannot wait to see more of this. I want to see more of this. She walked in acting like she's a Minecrafter with a pickaxe. She's like, "I'll still defeat anybody with this weapon of mine, whatever." But yeah, but don't sleep on my girl. Definitely, you got to give a shout to her. She actually went on above. She saw the power this man has, and she was like, "Oh, I like what he putting down." I can't wait to see more of that next episode. I will say, I'm pretty sure you guys watched the previews, but there was a little part at the very end of that episode where you see like this, I guess, actor or like superstar, whatever, driving in, and he looks kind of similar to Jin Sung Woo. What I'm assuming is going to happen, because I haven't read the webtoons, but what I'm assuming is going to happen is maybe they're going to make him look like it's Jin Sung Woo, like putting his name, saying he's a new SE tier guy, whatever. But that's just all for looks. But in reality, he works in the shadows, literally. As the name of season 2 says, he's just doing tasks and jobs for the hunter organization or the guild, whatever. Behind the scenes. I don't know why they would do that. Maybe because he's too OP, or maybe they know something that he doesn't. But the story's getting very, very interesting, to say the least. Or there's a whole new character that might just be taking the spotlight, whatever. I don't know. I just can't wait to see it. Yeah, Igris was fucking fired. That whole fight sequence at the very middle, I was like, oh my god, my boy. There's no words for it. He was just killing and slaughtering like it was nothing.
Bro was slicing and dicing like it was nothing. Bro was just made some ice cubes.
I was like, oh my god, that was so amazing. I can't wait to see more of that. I know the next episode is not going to be like, it's more talking than action. I'm pretty sure.
Might be
moments.
I would say your theory. It's a good theory. Not gonna say this is gonna be right or wrong. We just gotta wait until a week from now.
And I will say, shout out to Anime Boys who are doing the abridged series. Your clips right now, season 2, are fucking hilarious. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys know what I'm talking about with the the stepsister area, or the minor.
No, not the stepsister route. It's the jailbait route now.
No, yeah, call my boy drink some the minor monarch, because my boy definitely getting something that's very underage. Wink, wink. But it's all jokes.
I'm gonna talk about Minor Monarch. ReZero's back, boys.
Oh no,
that is a good shonen series. I didn't bring that up, but it's because I believe you and Neko are the only ones watching. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not into this conversation, so it's up to you guys. Want to give a
You know
quick
what?
comment.
Spoiler
Take
for
your
me.
headset off real quick.
Spoiler
Bash.
for me. Spoiler for me.
Look, chat. Here is gonna be a quick ReZero segment.
It's gonna be very quick. It's gonna be very quick.
I will just ask real quick. There was
we're
a
back.
point. Yeah.
We are back. We got Reinhardt and Subaru facing off against Neko's favorite boy. Neko, you got anything to say to defend yourself?
No, not really.
You trying to be the 99th wife?
Nah.
She
not
crazy.
really.
She wilding out here. All right.
He was
Oh,
cute
we
though,
get-
because he was very childish this episode, and I think it's just showing, because you would think like he's like the big guy, right? He's him, but this episode is showing you he's not him in general. He has insecurities, because that's why he has all these wives and stuff like that. So it was just very hilarious how Reinhardt was like, "Nah, bro, I'm him. Okay, this sword doesn't even want to touch you because you're not him." So that was really cool to see, because this whole time I was thinking he was gonna be crazy. He was about to be, I don't know, like a beast. But compared to Reinhardt, he's really nothing. So that was really cool to see this episode, and it was just him throwing jabs, and even Amelia stopping him, and she's just like, "Nah, bro, just chill."
Or
He's
what
like,
about
"No,
the
I got them. I
casual-
got them. What do you mean?
What about the
Don't get it."
casual dying and coming back?
Nah, for sure.
He just casually said, "What's that? You want to hit me for free? Subaru, don't worry, I got this." Tanks a hit and then gets up, and he's like, "Wait, I was so afraid." He's like, "No, to tell you the truth, I did just die there, but I'm him. What can I say?"
Yeah, Reinhardt is my boy. I love him. He's so cool.
I will say I did see that clip online, and I was so like, the fact that he was like, you're so dishonorable that you would just still take back your word. That's disrespectful of you, my guy. You gonna take this L.
Like, bro, he thinks he's him, man. He's not. So that
Nah.
that was awesome. That was really cool to see. And then all the other fights, of course, like it's just about to go down. So I'm excited to see like what we're going to go into, because I know nothing was coming up. So I'm excited for more. Subaru
I'm
out here.
just like,
Yeah.
guys, I'm so Garfield, man, going through what he's going through. He
Yeah.
has to deal with his insecurities. He has to deal with the fact that he is a cold-blooded murderer now. He has to he has to deal with that he's not the strongest guy around. He's fighting this opponent that is known as one of the world's strongest people when he was alive. Sure, he's dead now, but still Garfield is having to, like, he keeps getting plastered in front of him that he is not the strongest. It's kind of like we're getting the same thing that Reinhardt's getting with Garfield, like the same thing that
Basically.
Reinhardt and Regulus are going through. It's now being where our hero is the underdog, the one that's getting it put in his face that he isn't that guy. And it's really interesting to see the two things mirrored. We see the hero in one part getting like shown that he's weaker, and we get the hero showing that the bad guy is not anything. And it's kind of fun to see the parallels, but like it reflected, so we can see what the underdog has to do to outshine, to get better, to grow. And then we also get to see what happens when you get a big head and you get stomped down and destroyed.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
then
Speaking
it's
about,
really
really
you
good.
got to deal with. So that's
Speaking about head, I'll ask the both of you guys because I'm not watching the anime again. I think I tell everybody, everyone's spoiling ReZero for me, so like I don't care like what I know or what I don't know. But what I will ask real quick is Priscilla. There were some spicy scenes that I have seen. I think it was clickbait, or it might have been, I don't know. I
mean, it was as spicy as an anime can get. Like they just didn't show nipples.
Yeah, so can I ask? Is it true? Was she half naked?
Yeah.
Oh, so
she was straight naked. She had her garter belt. She had the garter.
I gotta straighten that shit right the fuck now.
She had the garter, the stockings, and underwear. That's it.
But you're not gonna be happy because if you weren't happy with I have a crush at work, this ain't gonna show you nothing. It's just gonna show you the back and that's it.
Oh no! I see what I need to see. That look, I know that this girl doesn't like Subaru or like I don't know what's the connection, but I know they're not gonna be together because I know Subaru's only for Amelia. That's main girl for sure. But I'm all here for the etchiness. So best believe that if it's confirmed real, that's all I need to know.
Right. Have fun. That's all.
Right.
And then look at the light novel panel, and that's it.
Dude, light novel. I am on arc 7. If anyone wants to talk about it, just be careful in the comments. Is all I'm saying. But I am on arc 7, so I have read all of this. I do know what's happening, but it is really fun. Crash, why don't you go ahead and get our big boss man back here, and we can move on.
Yeah, I already DM'd him. I had to let him know, like, hey, that's it. We're done spoiling ReZero for you. You can definitely come back. I do plan to binge it. I know it was so. How many more episodes are left? I know it's like what, halfway done now.
7 episodes left.
60. No, 60.
Because I know it was.
I think we're at 60. 65 or 66 right now that are out.
Oh no! Yeah, no. I mean for this season because I know it took like.
For this season, we're on episode 9.
Okay, so I got 7 more episodes before it finishes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if I can catch up.
But anyway, look forward. Boss man over here, he has some space issues, but we will be getting out reactions to that for Boss Man over here eventually, theoretically.
In theory.
Maybe.
Hashtag is all Vash's fault. Remember that, guys. Hashtag is always Vash's fault. Anyway. But we gotta go to this main show, Sakamoto Days.
Right? Ooh, I haven't watched it this week. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, but myself, Neko, and Crash, we did. And Sakamoto Days, it was a quick episode. We met the sniper, we met the bird, Pipsqueak, and we saw the fight of a paintball action. And our boy Sakamoto Days, his name is not Days, Sakamoto, he told him that you are the best sniper he has ever fought or gotten across with, and that's the best compliment he ever got into. And one of the most beautiful messages that anybody should be aware known, that it doesn't matter what other people think, what matters is what you think. Only you yourself is what is important. Don't matter what others think, is yourself. So my guy, you may be joining the supermarket. Are you going to be a new salesperson? We're going to find out.
Can we just talk about, the origin story with Sakamoto and the wife? That shit got me by the feels. It's like, it reminded me again of, how me and my missus, met and everything. It's like, oh, she was just being kind-hearted. Like she looked like she ran away, but no, she went to get a Band-Aid for him to cover it. And then right after that, you see Sakamoto just killing, again in the daydream. And I'm just like, stop doing it. But then he says right after that, stop entering my wife's mind. And I'm like, no. You know what? I'm with Sakamoto on that. I'm gonna be like Will Smith. Put your mind out of my damn wife's area. I probably said that wrong, but whatever. That's what I mean. Don't do that, my guy. That's wifey. She's untouchable. We don't do that. We do with Sakamoto, but not the wife. She innocent in that. I thought that was
keep
funny.
Your wife's brain out your mind.
Thank you. What he said. See, this is why this is a man god. He's my OG. Thank you. That.
How about you, Neko? What did you think about this episode?
He's such a fun character. He's just so goofy. But then you see like his backstory of like why he's so persistent on trying to get Sakamoto. So I was like, no, my poor guy. He found the one thing he found the one thing he's good at, and then he got fired for it because they were like, you only know to do this one thing, but he's so good at it. And it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you're good at that one thing, then perfect it. Like in Demon Slayer, when Zenitsu, his pops was telling him, I love that line. Like when his pops were telling him, like, hey, if you got this one thing you're good at, then perfect it to the best of your ability. And that is what I want my boy to do, which he already is killing it with the sniping. He was, bro, you see Sakamoto's hand and shoulder? Oh,
Bro,
he got grazed. I was like,
that's a ricochet.
"Ooh."
That's a meat right there that got lost. That's a meat.
Literally.
What's
So
the
I love
old
him.
adage? Fear not the man with 1,000 techniques, but the man that used the one technique 1,000 times.
Yeah.
This man is spitting right now. Jesus, you cooking a gourmet meal in the kitchen, my guy. Woof.
I love
110% agree with that.
Peaceke's so cute. Him and Peaceke's have such a cute relationship. Like he gives him that aerial view, and like they communicate that way. Like such a good dynamic. I really hope he kind of works for us too, because he needs money, right? So he better work on our shop. You might as well get more people, Sakamoto. Get him in there.
Facts.
And also because he made most of the damages, so it's like, my guy, you literally did so many ricochets that you literally destroyed the town. Like
5 cents, 5 yen. Excuse me. That's cents to the dollar on that. That's nothing, my G.
But other than that, any other last thoughts before we end our show with a top 10 ranking?
I just want to be that guy and just rub a little salt on the wound. One of my peers on the Discord was saying, "Oh, the gun that he was using, Heseki, was a Dragunov." And I'm looking right now. I'm like, looks like to me it's a Mosin Nagant. If you know what that gun is, it's an old Russian gun from World War II with a nice scope on it. I could be wrong, but it definitely don't look like a Dragunov to me. I know what a Dragunov shoots like. It might be a bolt action. That's how I saw him cocking the gun. So
yeah, it felt like bolt action.
Comments.
It felt bolt action as well. For those also don't remember, we're talking about episode 6, the Japan release. Take the as you will. So hey, we have VPN out there. We could see it. We could catch things up.
I was gonna say we have time travel. We can go to the future and find out everything.
Of course,
we know what happens in Rent a Girlfriend season 4, guys.
There's no we. There's no we here. There's only him, Chad. There's no we as a group. There's only him. But if you like what we say, if you enjoy what we say, you heard of what we've been binging. You heard our anime spotlight, our rom-com, our shonen, our isekai, our drama section. Now here, what is our top 10 list? Because I'm a speed roll mine. You guys already heard my Dragon Ball number 1, number 2, solo leveling. That is my episode of the week, like I said earlier. Blue Box number 3, 5. Number 4 is Happy Marriage. Number 5, Particular Diaries. Number 6 is Zenshu. Number 7 is Dr. Stone as an 8.5 out of 10. Yes, I'm being biased. It was so good. I still love it. I'm putting it up there. Like 8, like our boy Manga Grem said, it's not trash, it's good. Medeka Kurawa is in person. My charm is number 8. Number 9, I cut up to it. Time the novel Amagami's sister. Number 10 is Sakamoto Day. Solid number 10 list. I really enjoyed this, and I'm gonna speed roll my honorable mentions. Number 11, Flower and Ashura. Really good show. Not much to say. It's just wholesome. It helps you overcome to the obstacles of you being a better person. So I highly recommend to others. I have a crush at work. I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class. Number 14, Afrota. Number 15, Honey Lemon Soda. Number 16, I'm a noble on the brink of ruin, so I might as well try Master of Magic. These animes are all 7 and below from here on out. They're all straight solid and average this week. Number 17, I'm a daily life of a middle-aged online shopper. Yo, he's just fucking and just saving people out there. Not too much I could add. I may be a good receptionist and I'll solo any boss to clock on time. Good episode, but it's too solid for me. Very solid. 17. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. Solid episode. Is ranking number 19. Number 20, a Red Ranger becomes an adventure in another world. Is number 20, and I left an airing party to help my former students. I did finish the episode. It was still solid. Number 21 to number 22, possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. Average as hell. Number 23, I did not get to finish it, but I'm sure it's up there because it's headhunted to another world, from a salary man to the big 4. And number 24, it was really enjoyable, but very average, solid as hell. It's Bogus Girl Fruit Master. And number 25 is Neko. I didn't get to see it, but hey guys, It's been Neko. There's no way that it should be anywhere above other than last. But number 26 is Uber Blah. I watched episode 4, dropped that shit, but I will give more of my thoughts on next week for High and Flop. And I will be watching episode 5 and 6 before High and Flop, so I will have new episodes to get a better thought about it, but I'm definitely dropping that shit. The few episodes I didn't get to watch is, Appraiser Class, Medalist. I am going to be watching that so I could talk about it on High and Flop. The Doctor Detective, I didn't get to. Not going to be watching that. But other than that, really good show. Really good stuff for this week. A lot of averages, but really good ones for my top 10 ranking and honorable mentions.
I'll go next because I know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be really quick with it. So my shout out to Anime List because I will at least say for Gremlin's sake they put ReZero on their top 1. So I know for a fact a lot of people would like ReZero. I know a lot of people agree with Gremlin's take on it, but I have a different perspective for my top 10. Starting off with number 1, my top episode of all time, Damachi. Enough said. You already know how I feel about that. Number 2, Taina Na with Amagami Sister. That was for me. Number 3, My Happy Marriage. Number 4, Blue Box. Blue Box actually wasn't cooking as much as I want as opposed to the other 3, so I was genuinely surprised. It's not that it's going bad. I just didn't think it was like all that this episode, but I hope it gets spicier with the festival next episode. I hope that for sure. Number 5, I'm Getting Married, so Girl I Hate in My Class. Definitely was cooking with that. Number 6, My Happy Marriage. Also cooking with that. Can't wait to see what happens with the father. Number 7, I Have a Crush at Work. Very disappointed, but I still kept it high because I know you guys are going to feel some way about everything. Number 8, Soul Leveling, Arise from the Shadows. Can't wait for the next episode too. Everything here is just so good. Number 9, Honey Lemon Soda. I did put it a little high. I actually did like it a lot more than I should have. And number 10, I'm sorry, number 10. I don't know why it's number 11. Number 10.
It's high up there. Wow, the Dark Detective is number 10 for you.
No. That's wrong. It's opposite. Someone changed my thing. It was supposed to be of that. Medika Kawaii is Imperious. My Charms is number 10. I had told myself it will make top 10. I don't know why it's at number 11, question mark, man, God. But that is my top 10. I'll give my honorable mentions real quick, which was the Doctor Anime as number 11. The 100 Girlfriends Really, Really, Really Love You. That last episode was okay, was nothing crazy. Number 13, Dragon Ball Daima. Number 14, Sakamoto Days.
Dragon Ball Daima is so low, even though it's that great. Wow.
Yes.
I just noticed that. Wow.
Soul Leveling hit a little more for me than Daima, which is crazy. I know. Dragon Ball Daima, number 13. Number 14, Sakamoto Days. Number 15, The Apothecary Diary, Season 2. It is getting a little slow for me. I really want to bring that up. I feel like Happy Marriage is getting a little more better than Apothecary Diaries. Number 16, Dr. Stone, Future Science, Season 4. Number 17, Arafuera, Season 3. And number 18, I'm Living with a Taco Neat. It's still mid, it's whatever, Palate Cleanser. Number 19, the Okinawan anime. Fucking boring now. I don't even care for the romance anymore. The only thing that's keeping me there is I just have to finish it. And number 20, currently right now, Unnamed Memory, still dog shit.
Just drop it.
It has some cute moments, I'm not gonna lie.
Too fast for me. Too fast paced. I like a little slower romance, but that I like better explanations. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm sorry. Not even the manga could save it at this point for me.
All right, Neko, talk to us. What is your top 10? And is it Zenshu as always be number 1?
It is. I can't lie. Zenshu is my number 1. Keeps me so much fun. Number 2, Apothecary Diaries. I told y'all I wanted to see Genshi in them clothes, and I did. So I had my fill.
Respect.
Number 3, I Have a Crush at Work. And 4, Red Ranger. I love the teamwork. It was really cute. Really funny. Good Receptionist. Of course, we get more of my girl. She just wants to live peacefully and see the festival, man. Let her have that. No
girl
more.
just wants to be a chill girl, right?
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we all girls want to be. And 6, Sakamoto Days, Peasuke, my baby. 7, Welcome to Japan Myself. That one was just mostly like a fighting one. But I did like it though, because it was really cool to see the cat being saved. We need to save that baby, and we're gonna take care of him.
I told my theory is that what happens if they fall asleep together or they die together, will the cat transfer to their world? That's what I gave a theory.
Only if they hold them, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see if that will happen.
Ooh, if we can take them back to Japan. Oh.
And does the cat become a cat, or does the cat person just lose the body fur and just become a human? I wonder.
If the elf didn't, I think he'll just be the cat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
7, My Happy Marriage season 2, like it's cooking. It's been fun every episode. Of course, the communication boosted it up to be in this list. Number 9, Hanako-kun season 2. I haven't been bringing this up, but I'm a big fan of Hanako-kun, and I've been a fan before it got an anime. So this season is cooking. Of course, in season 1 it kind of got jumbled up with how the order of the story, but season 2 has been great. The story is going more into Nene and her lifespan. You find out like, oh, doesn't even have much time to live, so that's why he's so desperate to save her. And you find out like, oh, she kind of like, now that she like hypothetically went back in time and saw his younger self in his dream, you're thinking, oh, is that why he's so kind of like attached to her because of what happened then? Even though like it was mostly like a dream, but was it actual reality? It was cute, but mostly Haruko and Nene, we love them. They're adorable. And
Wait, it's a time skip? I mean, I'm sorry, it's time travel anime? I thought it was like a comedic, like horror anime.
It is, but there's some other elements because there's the Seventh Wonders. So one of them is about time, and then this case was different.
Ooh, I might have to get on that.
Oh, you got me interested. Nice.
Yeah, all you had to say was time travel. I love that shit.
It's only one time, but yeah, there's some other cases where there's some time stuff. Yeah, it's a supernatural, so yeah, there's some things, but yeah, it's awesome. I love it, and the art's gorgeous. The characters are awesome. It's fun. And then number 10, Honey Lemon. Honey Lemon. I love the cute little moments we got this episode, and of course, Serena. She's not that bad. She's awesome.
I'm shocked. Yeah. Dragon Ball Daima, it didn't sneak into your top 10.
I feel like I shouldn't have it there because I haven't finished Dragon Ball all the way. So I'm trying
to. Just because you haven't finished the original Dragon Ball, don't mean that you can still not enjoy Daima. Like you're still seeing a
it's not the same. Let her build up to where it needs to be.
That's what I'm saying. Because I of course I've seen Z, right? And I just don't feel I feel the same as you guys, but you guys have been through the journey. So I want to get through that same feeling where I've been through the journey all the way, so I can be like,
okay,
that's what it is.
Respect. I see where you're cooking. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. But overall, nice week actually. We've all had our faves, and I think everything delivered really. This week really was fun to me.
No, yeah, everybody had different variety, which again I'm really happy for. Like nobody had the same one, which I'm genuinely surprised about. But at the same time, like yes, I'm glad we didn't do like blue blocks. We actually kept it, the same way. Like I genuinely like that.
That's the beautiful aspect, chat, that you get to see 3 different top 10s. You guys get to hear a bit of different conversation, hear us review the shows, because right here we're ending the conclusion, the reflection of our show, because this is the wrap up of episode 16 and of Off the Binge. So Crash, I'm gonna get to you first. How do you feel about the show? How we did when it comes to week 16, and are you excited for week 17? Because it's one of your favorite segments.
You guys are not ready for week 6. Hot or Flop is going to be one of the most interesting episodes we have this anime season, and this is only beginning of the year, so stay tuned with my co-host and maybe potentially special guests. Don't sleep on the rom-coms this season. I'm going to repeat the exact same outro I had from last week because it's going to be the exact same thing. Like I said, this is all about competition, and the competition is getting so spicy. Y'all not ready for it. Also, don't forget that this new anime that's called Overflow Season 2 coming out. Let me know how you guys feel about it down in the comments below. Best believe I have a review about it. I'm definitely going to speak on the spiciness of that too. Yes. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone who may or may not have a missus or a husband or whoever. And if you're single, you also have Overflow, so don't worry about that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Because for me, I would say this episode was truly a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the new rundown, the new structure of the show. I definitely did. I had a good time for us to talk about series, talk about Arise, Tusk. We finally got him. We might get somebody else this season. Bureau, who is that? We might get into that. Daima's ending the end of this month. Very sad about that. But Afrota is leaving. I'm very thankful about that because this is, to me, the weakest season of Afrota. It's like I'm not even joking, chat. I literally, truly don't care about it. We're episode 15, 16. I'm like, I don't have to talk about it. Don't have to think about it. It's out of my head. It's gone. ReZero's back. I know that is in the works. And when it comes to what's to come, the hot flop, I can't wait. Because there's a few series I'm going to be dropping by next. There's a few that I didn't get to bring up. Just because I'm letting it cook. I'm letting it simmer for next. But how about you, Neko?
Yeah, this was really fun. You know, this is the month of love, and I'm all for it. So we got a lot of ships this season that I didn't expect really. So I'm over here just eating good. I'm having a buffet. I'm chilling. Each week really, like, my ships keep getting even spicier or just more wholesome. I love it. So it's been a fun time, especially with just seeing how varied everyone's thoughts are with like some series and some series that I need to catch up that I'm excited to actually
Blue
talk to you
box.
guys about. Yeah, and Soul Leveling and then other stuff. So yeah, the next week, guys, with this new thing that Crash has cooking, I'm excited to see because the thing is it's really hard for me to drop shows. So I think this season I will have some shows drop. So maybe I will have something to talk about. So I don't know. It's
Oh,
really rare for me to drop. 'Cause
interesting.
I just stick through to the end. So I think we got some shows this season. I might drop.
Wow. Well,
But yeah,
Vash.
Well, happy Valentine's to everyone. Like we said, like Crash said. So let's get to it. Stay tuned for episode 17, where we'll be giving our first thoughts, reviews, and our synopsis along the way for the winter season, and perhaps maybe a few surprises along the way for things to listening for Off the Binge chat. And be with your loved ones. Don't forget to be alone. Even if you are, watch anime, or like Crash said, if you want to see more sex, watch some hentai. You never know. Things could be enjoyable. Things could be enjoyable in any format. We see you in the next
Late.
one. Happy Valentine's.
See ya.
Damn, I
Sweet
should have
dreams, my
said.
ladies.
They should have put secret mission on that if they don't want some good hentai. Damn, that's fine. We'll cut it out. We don't have to know about that.
What about Kiss Sex Sis?
That's your secret mission for today, boys.
Damn it.
Watch
I should have
some
said
more
Kiss X6. Damn.
Kiss Sex Sis,